Are we recording?
We're recording, yeah. We just run into it head first. It's been recording the whole time. You went and did a podcast or something last night, and I got to address this because I don't know why I don't even got to start the pod. Why is Steiny such a... You got on the phone with me after, so give you guys some context. We had scheduled to do the pod at like 8 last night. It's like 8:30, and they're like, oh, it's running late. And then I'm like, okay, I'm looking at story. I'm like, oh, I know where she's at. And so then Steiny calls me and is like, he does whatever shit on camera. My question to you is this. When he said that he helps me with something, what did you mean by that?
What did I mean?
What did he mean? What did you interpret from that?
I honestly have no idea. How would I know? You would know.
Okay. Was it on camera? Was it on camera when he was saying that?
I don't remember, but there's someone in this room who would remember. Was it on camera? I don't know. You don't know.
She doesn't know.
I just remember he hopped off the couch.
Yeah.
And he seemed visibly upset.
Okay. That you were coming to do my show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he said, yeah, like he always does this shit. And then I think Gabe said something like, there's some competition there.
There's no competition. I have no competition with Steiny. I mean, I can't have competition.
And then he said something along
this is
the lines
on camera.
of, I don't remember.
Should
we call and ask him?
Well, he said it was on camera. All I'm saying is if he said this shit off camera, I'm smacking this shit out of him.
It could have very well have been on camera.
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
Because last night I told him, I was like, why would you tell someone you do some shit for me?
I love how I told you in confidence, and then 5 minutes later, Steiny's calling me like, Bradley and I are so cool. Like, we are totally chill. Like, we're best friends.
Yeah, well, he was saying, like, I don't know what he was saying, because when I talked to you, it just sounded like he sounded like he does something for me, and that like he was like, I gotta post this before him or some shit.
Yeah, he did say
Was that on camera?
How am I so... When it comes to Full Send and Nelk, and if the cameras are on or off, I'm assuming they were probably on.
Okay, I hope so. Hopefully, for his sake.
I'm like 90% sure.
Okay.
Me trying to cover for Steiny now.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it shows up on camera or not. Because
Yeah,
he was telling me it's on camera. Because if he said that lame shit off camera, then he's just lame.
Then it's an issue.
Yeah, because it's like, I get if he's doing it for the camera and it's like banter, it's funny.
Right.
But being like an actual bitch off camera and being like, I gotta post this before him, it's some hoe shit.
Yes, that is some hoe shit.
So,
he did look visibly upset though.
See?
And I don't know if you can like fake that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you can fake that. I think he was actually cheesed. Steiny's, listen, man. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. If I find out otherwise, I'm coming for you. Well, okay, so fuck all that. But I had to figure that out right away because it was on the top of my mind.
Okay.
Let's talk about you.
Okay, great.
So,
let's go.
Obviously, we got to get this bullshit out of the way because...
Introduce my name maybe?
No, everyone knows your name. Your name's in the title. Your name's in the title. What do you mean?
Okay, perfect.
We don't do like the professional podcast shit.
Oh, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
Okay.
We just run it. Your name's probably already there. They're like, oh, Sofia Franklyn. Okay, I'm here.
So they don't need to audibly hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could say it if you want to say it. Go ahead. Tell us all your accolades.
It's Sophia with an F, and the
Okay.
last name is Franklyn with a Y, which you're Martyn with a Y, correct?
Yes, we're different.
I've never met someone with the Y
Yeah,
instead
we're
of the
special.
I.
It's a thing.
There's something.
It's a real thing. So we gotta get into this. Did you really flop a $30 million bag? Because this is what Dave said.
I feel.
And this was this time ago.
Yes.
But we're gonna talk about it because there's some questions I want to ask you in regards to it
Yes.
that are more important than obviously the whole thing.
Right. Which I'm going to be very nice and I'm going to answer and talk about it because you're kind. But this shit happened almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
And people still talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dave went on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yep.
it was brought up there.
Yeah.
What did they say?
I didn't hear all the details of it. I think it was like the same kind of like you fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
I love the face you made. Did you hear 30 million or 60?
30.
Where did you hear the 30 number?
There was some clip Dave was talking to, I forget who. He was doing an interview and someone was asking him about what happened and you had to just wait like a couple more weeks or 6 more weeks or some shit and you would have got that money or some shit like that.
Right. So what is your question exactly? Did I fumble the bag?
Did you fumble the $30 million bag?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I had a business partner and a best friend who decided she wanted to just kind of take over the show. We were not talking. She had a relationship with Dave that I was not aware of.
Yeah.
That was very like behind my back. And that's basically it.
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking this kind of stuff, obviously it's, you know, it's relevant to you as a whole in like social media world. But the bigger things I want to try to understand is like beyond understanding, did you fuck up or not? Cause it's kind of, it doesn't matter at this point, like you said, it's years ago. I want to know about the things you learned along the way. And I really want to understand, before we get into this part of it, before you blew up with that podcast with your friend, what were you doing? And were you like aware that you were going to run into this, like this massive audience? Because from what I understand is you guys started this podcast and it took off pretty quickly.
Oh my God. Overnight.
Yeah.
Like 3 months into it.
Yeah.
We were top female podcast in the world.
And so I'm trying to understand, before this, what were you doing? And were you expecting this to come? Like, was this like, oh, we know this is a good idea, this is going to work? Or you're just like, holy shit, we turned around and we're like, everyone loves this?
I had no fucking clue.
Okay.
None. No idea. I was working at Morgan Stanley in finance.
Yeah.
And like a 9 to 5 in a cubicle. And I had no fucking clue. You know what? That's a little bit of a lie, because when I was living in Utah, which is where I was born and raised, every time.
Sorry. Because it's all Mormons.
Every time. No, I am not, but my mom was raised Mormon. So I was raised a little tiny bit Mormon.
So did you have anal before vaginal sex? That's another thing that I just noticed.
The poop hole loophole.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
No, that's not.
Okay.
I actually went to private Catholic school.
Oh shit, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to private Catholic school and then I went to an all boys Catholic school for high school. Yeah.
How was that?
It was fun.
It was?
It was competitive.
I
Very
bet.
like highly competitive.
Like you and Steiny.
No, I'm not competitive at all with Steiny. I can't compete with a guy like that. We're on different levels as far as competition goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
So I was born and raised in Utah. I started working at Morgan Stanley there. And I was so fucking miserable at my job that I remember sitting at my desk and I would manifest, right? I would like envision a life in New York and having a podcast, actually. Because all I would do all day long at work is look through documents and listen to podcasts all day. And like everyone else on planet Earth is like, oh my God, I could do this. Like I can do this shit, right?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
When it comes to podcasting, I thought the same way. And then it manifested.
Did you have social media? Were you using social media at the time?
No.
Wow.
I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm a private person, but I'm not like super into posting every aspect of my life at all.
So social media shit, I guess you didn't expect it coming, but you said you kind of did? You kind of?
Yeah.
Like how did you start to expect it?
So I didn't expect it, right? But looking back after it happened, that's when I was able to realize, oh, well, maybe you did create this for yourself. But I did not expect it, right? When it happened.
Yeah.
Was that Chinese?
No,
what
no,
I
it was
just
great.
said, or
No,
did
no.
that make sense?
No, it made sense. It made sense.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm like making sure.
Did like what came along with it when it started? Because I've been doing social media for fucking years, and I've been doing all these different iterations, like content form, like doing this like sketch type shit, comedy type shit, fitness type stuff for the bulk in the beginning half, and then like evolved into different forms. And now doing the podcast stuff and all the other content shit that I've made. So it's like I've had these moments that are kind of naturally like, okay, what's next? What do I want to continue doing? You just kind of like you working some regular job, and then a couple months in, you're fucking massive.
Yeah.
So what did that do to you, like mentally? Were you like okay? Was it easy? Was it comfortable? Did like people, your friends, being like, oh, help me with this, put me on your podcast? Like, what was that like?
I didn't have that issue. I think, you know what it was? I didn't really feel that different, to be honest. I was happier because I was in a career that was fulfilling and something I like to do, but I didn't feel necessarily better or famous or cooler or anything like that. I felt like Sophia. And
Yeah.
I've never changed, you know? Because a lot of people do change when that type of thing happens.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of stayed the same. I'm just very like level-headed, very grounded. I mean, I'll admit, like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool leaving my apartment in New York and people running up to me and being like, can I get a picture?
Yeah.
But it never got to my head.
Yeah.
And I never felt like I'm the fucking shit, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Do you have any regrets? Do you regret that fucking up the Call Her Daddy thing? Do you regret that at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think I really, this is going to sound so corny and cheesy, but I really think things do happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like some silver lining there.
And so you enjoy doing all this podcast stuff is like what you have fun doing? Do you like any other forms of content or is just this kind of shit?
YouTube, which now I'm starting to, I just got into YouTube and like filming video.
Yeah.
I do love to podcast. I can talk for 7 hours straight, but you know, it was a little bit hard to jump back into podcasting after all that shit happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever been like canceled, dragged through mud?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On my level though?
Oh, I lost 70,000 subscribers overnight when I hit 1 million on YouTube.
Why?
I got dragged by another guy who was like talking shit and saying that I was doing all this stuff.
Okay.
And that was like, I remember for like, man, 2 years after that, I was like, fuck, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore.
2 years.
For 2 years, for 2 years, I still dealt with these bullshit comments about shit that it's like, I just had to sit and just deal with this type of hate that I knew in my heart what had actually happened and the way it actually went. And I'm just like, it didn't even matter what I said at that point. It was just like, everyone has this narrative and this is who you are and that's that. And it doesn't matter. And I remember for 2 years after, I was like, so like demotivated to even make content. But I did it because I knew that I technically had to.
Right.
But yeah, it was fucking difficult. And I've gone through many versions of this, not to the same degree, but in this industry that I'm in, the fitness industry, where people just tend to, you know, because I'm doing other things outside of the industry, and maybe sometimes I have like a different type of reach that is like a little more, I don't want to call it mainstream because it's still in the social media realm. But I think a lot of those like guys in that industry see it and they're kind of like, you know, they just like to say stuff. Yeah, they like to tug to try to like pull themselves and it is what it is. I understand it at this point. Definitely a frustrating thing. It took me years though to be like, fuck it. Like no matter what I do, people are going to say, I love you or I hate you. Even if I try to do everything right.
Right. And if you try to explain yourself and try to change the narrative, there's no point. There's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
Which actually, I'm so happy. Like that was so refreshing to hear you say like 2 years later, right? You were still struggling with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the shit that went down, that was, I don't know, 2 years ago, roughly, maybe a little bit over. So I'm really happy that you were depressed 2 years later.
Yeah, no, I was fucking, I mean, it might have even been a little bit longer. It was just like sometimes I'll see little things here or there and I'll be like, this shit, even today I asked you this question, right? I'm assuming you probably asked this shit 1,000 times. I wanted to ask it though, not because I needed some like different perspective on it. It was more so I wanted to understand more about you. So I didn't mean to, I'm not trying to like be any sort of way.
No. I mean, it's part of my history, right?
It's huge.
It's huge.
Because it's like, it's also a massive part of your come up. So I wanted to ask you this though too, in relationship to the come up. Before you were even close to this, I know I said, you know, you had this job. When you were younger or at any point in your life, did you ever feel like you were going to do something like bigger than normal? Or were you just like, I'm just going to try this and see if this works? Because I talked to a lot of people who are like very successful. And a lot of them have that feeling like there's just, in their heart, they have this feeling like I know there's more for me. And sometimes I remember when I was younger, I had that and I didn't know what it was at all. I didn't have a clear line at all, but slowly but surely, it's almost like I found myself getting there.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I've never thought about it.
Like if you look back in your childhood, were you ever like, oh, I want to be an actress, or I want to do something big, or you know what I'm saying? Have you ever had those thoughts?
Well, I never had the thought like I'm going to be famous or I want to be. But I mean, I grew up in fucking Utah. Once again, that is the most conservative little butthole place you can grow up. You know what I mean? And I do remember always thinking, this is not it. There's something bigger. There's something more out there. Yeah. Hence why I moved to New York.
So I guess kind of back to this, like Alex Cooper shit. When you met her, was she doing podcast shit or was she doing anything in this space?
So
whose idea was it to be like, yo, let's do this show?
So it was ours collectively.
Yeah.
She went to school for film and shit. Mm-hmm. And she would, I don't know, edit like some YouTube videos here and there. And was active on social media. Podcasting, had never done it. Mm-hmm. And then, but she didn't do that professionally, right? It was just a hobby. And then we were approached by someone. Well, actually, excuse me, let me back up.
Yeah.
We had really, really amazing chemistry and we were really funny together. And we decided, we should launch a YouTube. And we uploaded one video, which I hope it's not out there because I would fucking want to cry. I'd be so embarrassed. But do you ever look back on your content like, oh my what God. The fuck?
Yeah, all the time. I could look back at my first videos. I'm like, but it's also dope because that's where I was. That's where I actually was, and that's what I knew. Right. And like I thought that was good enough. But to be honest, like there's a lot of videos I filmed even prior to posting, even my first videos. I never posted them because I was like, I fucking hate. I must have filmed like 30 videos. I was like, never gonna post this. Wow. But then my first videos, even the ones that I posted, I was like, I could see it. I'm like, and I had no idea how to talk smoothly. I had none of this could have happened. Like I would have just been like, wait, hold on, let's start over. Yeah. So, but that's a part of this shit. Right.
You never feel like once you've finished something, that's it. That was fucking perfect. Like upload it. Never. I never do.
Nowadays, this stuff to me though is seamless. This stuff to me is like just a conversation. This is so easy for me because I really enjoy it. Yes. But it's weird because the stuff it's interesting because I did fitness shit and I did really enjoy talking about fitness stuff. Mm-hmm. But I never enjoyed like I would do the workouts and I was always good at doing the workout and like the banter in between. Like I could just talk to the camera, but I was never good at doing the workout and then standing in front of a camera and then trying to explain what I had done because I'd be like, oh wait, shit, what did I do? Oh, okay. I was more like it was more candid. If it was candid, it was easy for me. Like if it was like if I'm working out and I got up and I took my headphones off and I started talking, it'd be like my genuine response to something. Yeah. Versus like I imagine you film a workout and then an hour later when the workout's done, you stand in front of the camera, you trying to explain what you did. Yeah. That's when it was like the disconnect. So I realized this sort of conversation and content where it's like a lot of this won't even be cut really or edited much because it's just seamless and this is easy for me and this kind of always has been. Yeah.
So it's easy, but have you ever, when you upload things, which it seems like how much content do you put out?
A fuck ton. So we do this once a week and then normally we do 3 videos on the fitness channel. And then I have another channel that I've been a little bit spotty with, The Life of, which is like once a week on Wednesday, which is like more of a, I don't know, like a more lifestyle type stuff in the video. So it's like 3 fitness videos and then 1 lifestyle and then 1 podcast. So it's like 5 videos a week if we're on it every time. So it averages though, I would say 4 a week.
I'm over here trying to get 1 vlog out.
Yeah, well, you got a girl over here with no fucking mic. That's what it is. Like you just got to hire more people.
For everyone listening, I fucking walk in here and Bradley just starts ripping my whole fucking establishment posse.
Well, hold on.
Situation operation apart.
To be fair,
you're like, where the fuck is the mic on your camera?
I was just like, yo, like, come on. I figured, I was like 30M, Sophia with an F, Franklyn with a Y. She must have a fucking mic on her camera. At least, you know what I'm saying?
It's part of my charm.
Yeah. Right? I love it. Right? Yeah, no, it's good. It's gritty.
I'm a down to earth gal.
Yeah, I love it.
And that is why if anyone ever complains about my vlog being like bad quality,
it's just real.
It's real.
Yeah, I like it.
And that's hard to come by these days,
It's fucking damn near non-existent these days.
So I'm killing it.
Essentially,
compared to you, really.
Well, not necessarily, but I think you're doing really well compared to me. Yeah. Yeah. You might be doing better, honestly.
I mean, we can like compare bank accounts. I'll pull mine up.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to do that.
He just looked to the floor. He just got scared.
No. No. I don't want to be rude. Yeah.
You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude.
I promise I won't be offended. Give me a ballpark number.
I don't want to offend you.
Savings.
I can't offend you. I can't offend you. This is funny. He's
getting nervous.
No. This is because now the next topic I want to talk about, it's like a little bit like the controversial topic.
Okay.
Men and women.
Okay.
And like roles and expectations and dating. I want to get into this kind of stuff. Right?
Okay.
Because I know you talk a lot about it.
I do.
So I'm trying to think how to phrase the question. You know, obviously about this whole like red pill, blue pill. You know about this whole. No, you don't. So you don't see any of the content like the guys who are like liberal, conservative, and they kind of argue back and forth. You never see that?
I mean, I've seen that
You've seen
type
that.
of thing.
You've
but
seen
I've never
Tate.
Heard... Yes.
You know about all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Vaguely though.
Vaguely. You what do you know about that? What do you know about Tate?
Something about he was arrested for sex trafficking.
Okay.
Very controversial. People hate him. Maybe a conspiracy theorist in a way.
Yeah.
But that's a uninformed thing.
So you don't know enough about it. Okay. I guess then the question is like, do you think, because I can't go in relationship to that though, but do you think like roles as far as like men and women have shifted over the last like, I don't know, 5 years in relationship to social media and people's ability to either
slide into the DMs, get fucked easier?
Well, okay, so that's dating. So we'll talk about that after this. More so, I'm talking about, you know, the idea of independent women and women being like getting their own money and like being like a little bit more dominant, right?
Yeah.
People talk about the alpha female, alpha male, all this kind of shit, right? Do you think that has like sped up over the last 5 years because of social media? And what's your opinion on that? Because obviously, I think you're very like, at least from what I gleaned on the internet, I think you're like I mean, if your podcast name was Call Her Daddy, then it's, that's like. Right?
Feminist. Independent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I would definitely consider myself that.
Okay.
Do I think over the past 5 years it's sped up because of social media?
And opportunities on social media, yeah. Such as OnlyFans and all this kind of shit.
Right. I think that, financially, obviously, I do think women have a easier time now getting their bag, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. But I don't think the mentality and the perspective as a society has changed, honestly.
In what sense? Like in the masculine perspective that like.
Yeah. Like I think we believe that we're so advanced and progressive and all of these things. But I think when it really boils down, we're all still thinking pretty old school at our core. I really believe that.
Like we all want the traditional type things.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you want? Like, would you, like if you were in a relationship are you in a relationship with someone? Okay. I know this is I'm Googling. I'm like, Suit Man, this whole shit, right? That's gone. That's years ago.
Well, that was like 7-8 months ago.
Any particular reason?
I mean, do you have 8.5 hours? Because I can go off.
Oh, I mean, I got time. I mean, I don't know about 8.5 hours, but like, we definitely want to know. We want to know why. What happened?
Well, okay. So there's a few things. I think one of them is.
Because this was the guy who also influenced you to not take that deal.
Ooh, I'm going to stop you right there, baby boy. Influenced me. I would not say he influenced me. I'm a grown adult, right? Of course. But he was part of it. He was involved with not just me, but with, Alex as well.
Okay.
So, yes.
Like as a friend, or what do you mean? Involved.
Definitely a friend. And we would talk business quite a bit.
Got it.
He's older, 11 years older. Okay. I think that was part of the issue. And part of the reason we broke up.
And you're 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How old are you?
33.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the age difference, I think when all of that shit went down, I never once thought about leaving him ever. And I stood by him, and the love for him did not diminish at all. But I think what happened was it was traumatic, very traumatic. And we spent the next 2 years just trying to keep our head above water and just taking care of ourselves.
Like
right?
in relationship to that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so we became very disconnected. because we're just trying to take care of ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
And not each other.
Yeah.
We didn't have the bandwidth, the capacity to. So I think that's ultimately what happened.
Yeah.
But also I think me turning 30, it like freaked me out a little bit.
What scared you?
I think that there's a lot of pressure for women around the age 30. It's like, oh shit, you have to get married and have babies. And so when that birthday was coming up, I think I freaked out a little bit. And I was like, is this the guy that I want to do all that shit with, you know?
Yeah. And how'd you determine if he was or if he wasn't? What do you base that off of?
I guess I just, when I ask myself that question, I think if you're asking yourself that question, is this a guy I want to do it with? That's your answer.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
No, that's fair. That's a fair. I mean, obviously, I can't say your opinion is wrong. I'm just curious to think like, wouldn't you always ask yourself that in relationship to anyone though? Like, because you have to ask yourself that question, right? Because then you go, okay, what are the qualities that I like or dislike or things that I appreciate or need or want more of? So you have to ask yourself that question because it's a personal question as well.
I disagree.
Why?
Because I think that if you are in the right relationship, there's never a question. It's like this is my guy.
I love this. I love this conversation right now.
No, this is my guy.
I know, but this is so great because like that's like the fairy tale. Your perspective is like even when you just know and it just is. Mm-hmm. But that's also not realistic in life because like you grow and you went through those things and not that without those things maybe it wouldn't have worked out anyways. But part of I think life and relationships is being able to like jump over these hurdles with someone, and if you're able to do that, obviously you can make it work. I don't think it's as simple as saying like you just know and that's what it is. I just don't believe that. That's just my opinion.
So this is what I'm going to say. I don't believe in it either, which is why I think I'm going to end up single and dying alone.
Oh, shit. Yo, and it's funny because
like I assume that that's what it's supposed to be.
I don't think so.
I mean, I found myself, and I feel like you're the same way in relationships, thinking, okay, he has this, this, and this. He doesn't have this, but like, you know what? Like, I can work around that. Like I can give up certain things.
Yeah.
And that's how I think about it. I mean, there was a moment there when I thought about marrying him, and I was like, he might not have this and this, but he has all these other qualities. So like, fuck it.
So what are I'm curious because I want to ask about this too, but what are the things he didn't have that you were like, I didn't, and not just, I guess maybe not just him specifically. I mean, obviously it is a relationship to him specifically, but in the sense of guys, like what are the things that you look for? What are the things that you think most women look for to try to check their box off? So, cause I don't want to make this like some attack on this guy. That
Right. No, I mean, this would be how I feel about all men, right?
Yes,
what
exactly.
I care about. I can't speak for all women. I think that the things I care about are very different than probably a lot of women. For me personally, it's financial stability.
Fair. I think most women feel that way. And that's not a bad thing.
There's a lot of women who it's like they only care about how hot this guy is.
I think that's
and I'll take care of the broke guy, but like, damn, he has blue eyes. Like, let's go.
I think that's like a very young mentality. I don't know if that's like
I don't know.
You think older women are out there being like, I'll fucking milk this baby?
My mom.
Holy shit.
My mom, period. She has been, how many times has she been married? I love her, by the way, and she's hot as fuck, and she's the best and super smart.
Yeah.
She has always been the breadwinner in the family. Shit. Always. And they have always been attractive dudes.
Yeah.
And that is what she cares about. Has it worked out for her? No. But I'm like, it definitely is a thing, for sure.
Okay. So what are your things then?
Financial stability.
Yes.
I can get over the looks thing.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
For sure.
Right? Financial stability, being a good dad is really big for me now.
So he's got to have kids already and you know he's a good dad?
No.
Okay, so how do you determine he's a good dad?
I mean, I didn't have a dad, so
I didn't either. Wow.
I probably can't answer that.
You didn't have a dad for real?
No, I grew up with a single mom. So maybe that's probably why it's so important
What happened to your father?
What happened to him?
Yeah.
He just was really young when my mom got pregnant.
Yeah.
She was living in San Francisco, and he is from Spain, but he was backpacking through the US. They fucked in a hostel.
I'm out.
But they did date for like a month or maybe even a year.
So does he know? Does he talk to you or?
So he was not in my life at all until I think it was middle school.
Oh, I thought I was going to be like, she's rich. Call her dad.
No.
Okay.
I do want to like go visit him and vlog it, which that would be an amazing vlog. But I met him when I was in middle school. Yeah. I remember my mom and my therapist were like, do you want to meet your biological father? My mom was like, I want to give Sophia that option, you know?
Yeah.
And I decided yes. And I met him, and it was very emotional, but I don't really remember, right? I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And then I met him for a second time when I was traveling through Europe with my mom.
Yeah.
And then after that, never spoke to me again. So that probably fucked with my psyche, you know? Yeah.
I grew up without a father as well.
Okay.
Differently.
Okay.
Yeah. He took his life when I was 6. So a little bit different, obviously. But
yeah.
Do you think that affected all your relationships moving forward? Like in relationship, like to men, like your ability to trust or to believe or to...
Mm-hmm. I do. And it's only recently that I have come to terms with that, because I think my mom overcompensated for me growing up without a father.
Yeah.
And would really ingrain it in my head, Sophia, you don't need a dad, right? Like you have me, you're fine, it's not a big deal. And so I internalized that, and I would live my life thinking that way. And then, you know, being in therapy, my therapist is like, no, I think it definitely could have affected you, and like we don't need to pretend like it's not a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, I want to go back to the thing you were talking about, love, and like just knowing that someone is the one, just because like you're like, oh, like I said, it just reminds me of the fairy tale. Like when you just know, and that's it, and there's no questions. I think love is work more than anything. I'm not saying that it's supposed to like be so tumultuous that it's just like just every day is hard, because that's obviously a problem. Mm-hmm. But I think it does require both people to really like compromise and understand and be able to, because like you're not going to be the same person. Like if you fall in love with someone today, right, you're not going to be the same person you are today in 2 years. It's just not normal.
Which is why I don't believe in like till death do us part. I really don't. Do you?
I mean, I think it's more so believing in like the idea that it could be, right? But it's all are the people willing to do the work over time? I think I think that's the thing that people really fuck up, is we've been fed like all these movies, this Disney shit. You're fed this fairy tale, like some princess and a prince, and it's supposed to be this amazing thing, and guy's supposed to be like this, girl's supposed to be like that. And it's kind of silly, and it takes all the actual work out of it. Like as if like once they get it and they figure it out, like in these movies, it's like forever till death do us part.
Yeah.
And I think it's very unrealistic, because it takes out the idea that as time goes on, as people grow, you continue to learn things about yourself, about the other person, and it's about being able and willing to adjust and assess and continue to go forward and grow. And I think if you can't do that, of course it's not going to be till death do us part. Yeah. So.
But that's such an interesting take. Like they ride off into the sunset.
Yeah. And you're just like, so then all of us see it as kids and we go, that's what love is.
Right. And it's, you know what, Disney, you need to fucking get your shit together.
They fucked us.
They fucked us up.
They did a lot of fuck shit. And I love those movies. Aladdin. Fuck, dude. I love that movie.
Okay, but we need an Aladdin part 2.
Yeah, we need to know what's going on with that relationship now.
Where, like, how is Jasmine feeling?
She probably cheated on him.
100%.
Fuck, man. It's tough.
You know he, like, got hooked on some type of drug.
Yeah, for at least, like, 2 months. Yeah,
in and out of rehab.
Yeah, it's tough. That's what we need to see. We need to see that real shit.
We do, though. So we don't feel so shitty about our love lives.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel it. Why do you think all that stuff exists in that way? Why do you think mainstream media is always kind of like this? I don't know. It seems like it's just so much of a facade, like that we're supposed to live to this standard or this degree.
I think because it's an escape. right? It's fantasy. It's what you want.
Yo, but check this out. This is so interesting. What you just said about being an escape and it being fantasy and it's what you want, I don't think that's true. I think, and you're not wrong, but I think it's what they want you to think, what they want you to believe. And I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but if you relate it to why these types of content, why this type of content is becoming so much more popular and relevant, and why people like the podcast stuff, why they're like, oh, these two girls came and they did this, and you doing it on your own as well, where you're speaking from this like genuine, like real place, where it's not like this contrived bullshit about this fantasy world. People like this, I think, 10 times more than they like that. And that's why there's this massive shift in like media, where it's like people created media, not like company orchestrated media. We're like, oh, we're going to give you this narrative. I think this is what people really want, because it's, you know, you talk about an escape. I think there's a fake world. And then there's this world where an escape to someone nowadays feels like a girl listening to this podcast or a guy listening to the podcast, and the words we're saying, they'll be like, oh shit, that person, I feel what they're saying because I feel the same way.
Right.
Because it's real.
They can relate.
So their escape is into the real, not into the facade. Right. So the escape is not becoming, in my opinion, it's not the facade anymore. It's like the escape of someone's self and like kind of pain within themselves in their life that they, you know, you look at a fairy tale and you go, wow, I wish my life was perfect. And now you have this negative relationship to like an escape versus a conversation between you and I, where we talk about, I've been dragged on the internet, you've been dragged on the internet. And then they go, someone else been dragged in real life, and they go, oh shit, I can relate to these person. That's my escape. See what I'm saying?
That is a fucking mind fuck.
It's a little fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is these fantasies and these like perfect worlds, right, that are portrayed in the media. Those, I was saying they're an escape. That's why we like them, fantasy land. But what you're saying is it's something we don't have, right? So it ultimately, you feel like shit.
Exactly. And so the true escape is in like the realization that we're not alone in the way that we feel about our thoughts, right? Because now you're escaping that thought of that life's perfect, my life's not. What the fuck's going on? And then they shift over to this kind of content here, and they go, oh, their life's not perfect, my life's not. Yeah, I feel better. I
wouldn't say it's an escape.
Yeah,
but I would say it's comforting.
Comforting.
That's what it is. But it's not like it's not like if you're, you know, getting off of benzos and you hear I just recently talked about this. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
And you hear someone talking about it. It's not like you're like, it's an escape, you know, from your reality. Yeah. It's just a comfort that you feel.
I mean, when I think of an escape, I think of comfort. Like most people try to escape because they're trying to find comfort. Like if someone takes drugs, they're trying to escape to feel comfortable about themselves, about something's going on in their life. Or if I go on a vacation, I'm trying to escape my work life because I want to feel comfort. So that's what I'm saying. The comfort is in the thing that's actually what they need to work on, or what they can identify in someone else working on it, so they can be more comfortable working on it within themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a really weird.
You're fucking deep. I mean, did you go to like philosophy?
No,
like, what are
out.
you doing?
I'm a very weird person.
Are you drinking? Are you reading like Fred Nietzsche? Like, what's up?
No, I'm just a weird person. Very weird person.
I'm just a weird person.
I'm super weird.
Okay.
These guys know.
No, but that was deep as fuck. I was like, holy shit. I really have never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So and I'm really happy you brought that up, because my team will sometimes get on my ass and be like, Sophia, be a little more positive, you know?
They think you're negative.
They sometimes, because I'm very self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And I'm also just very real, and I can talk about very dark things, and it doesn't mean I'm unhappy, and it doesn't feel like a negative to me.
Yeah.
But to a lot of people it does. And so they have to check me sometimes.
Do you feel like they're right sometimes?
Yeah.
So then are you
I mean, they're all getting fired.
You what?
No, I need to stop making that joke because they get fucking pissed. Sloot Media team, Delaney, Kiana, Alex, I love you.
It's called Sloot Media?
Sloot, which is a
wait. So wait. Oh, God, that's funny.
It's a play on the word slut.
Yeah, I get
obviously.
it. Yeah.
But my podcast is called Sophia the F. If you want to hear me talk about sex.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of that. Let's
Okay.
shift topics a little bit. I don't want to fucking take you down a portal, fucking Alice in Wonderland. But yeah.
I know. I feel like I just like took a hit of something.
No, it's dope. Do you take mushrooms or any drugs or anything like that?
Define drugs.
Medicine, plant medicine, like pharmaceuticals.
So I do.
What do you like the most? I like mushrooms. If I'm being honest.
So I had a very bad experience with marijuana.
Oh yeah, me too.
Really?
Really?
So you can't smoke weed?
So I can smoke. I'm very sensitive to everything. I'm sensitive to caffeine. I'm sensitive to everything that I take, right? My body's very sensitive. So I'll smoke weed. If I smoke like one hit, like literally like, I'm good. If I do a little too much, I'm fucking like, yo,
freaking
am I
out.
good? Like, am I going to have a heart attack? Like, what's going on? I don't feel okay. I feel like too much. I feel way too much.
Yeah. If I take one hit, I am walking my ass to New York Presbyterian Hospital.
Yeah, exactly. And I've done that many times when I first started smoking. I think I went to the ER like 4 nights in a row at one point. When this was in my early 20s.
Why didn't you, like, the first 2 nights being in the ER, did you ever think, maybe I shouldn't smoke weed
Yeah,
today?
of course. And then I was like, nah, I'm going to power through it. I could do it. And then I couldn't do it.
You're like, I'm not a quitter.
Exactly. I'm a fucking quitter. But no, seriously, it was like, it was, I would go, I remember this, the third night I went in there, it was the same people because it was around the same time. This girl was like, yo, just stop smoking weed. It was so funny because, like, I don't think they're supposed to say shit like that.
Right.
Because, like, I'm like, are you sure I'm good? Like, put the EKG and shit on me to check my heart. And it's, like, the same thing every time.
Yeah.
And they were, like, giving me Ativan. They're like, chill out, you fucking anxious fucker. Because it helps you sleep, and it's, like, an anxiety med. And highly addicted, by the way. I don't recommend that. But I remember the third night, she's like, have you ever thought of just, like, not doing it? I was like, yeah, definitely after this time. And then I did it the next night and I saw her.
Shut the fuck up. There's no way.
I swear to God. And then after that, I stopped for a few months. And then I like dabble with it.
Why? Because they like wouldn't take you anymore?
No, they'd always take you.
They're like, find a new hospital.
No, they'd always take you. They can't not take you. But I don't know, man. I think it was 4. I was like, okay, 4 is my number. I'm like, I can't go to the ER anymore. Because then you get these bills and shit. I was like, I didn't have money like that.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that after the first time, but...
I told you, not a quitter.
Yeah, not a quitter.
Fucking follow
it's
through.
Actually, that's like really admirable. Really.
And what about edibles? Those are
THC makes me fucking freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Freak out. And I've done like some heavy drugs,
Like what else?
I've smoked crack.
You smoked actual? God damn it! No.
What is up with
This is getting crazy. Hold on. I've done like fucking 4 podcasts in the last month, and everyone has talked about smoking crack. Really? I swear to God, but
Brad,
joking.
you got to try crack now,
bro.
Man.
This is insane. I talked to H3 about smoking crack, and he was like, "Oh, it's a racist drug and all this shit." And then I was talking to Zeus about he joked about smoking crack. And dude, have you actually smoked crack?
So I'm not special, is what you're saying?
No, you're very special. I'm just saying, like, did you actually smoke crack?
Yes.
Holy shit! Like, how do you? So this is the thing. I was talking to Steve about it.
I don't. If you look at me, it doesn't seem like maybe I have, but I have.
But it's also like I believe you. It's just like, how are you ever like, I'm gonna smoke crack today? Like, how did that? Were you like, today's the day I'm smoking crack?
No, it didn't start like that.
And how many times have you done this?
One time.
Okay. So how did that? It was
a one and done.
So were you like, hey, there's some crack if you want to smoke it? And you're like, fuck it.
No. That is not how it went down.
Okay.
So I was smoking Oxycontin and doing cocaine in high school.
Holy fuck. Okay. Solid.
Is that not the norm?
I don't know, man. I never did that in high school.
I'm telling you.
I smoked weed. That was it.
No, weed is fucking crazy.
Weed, and we drank alcohol.
People who smoke weed are wild. I would never touch that shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm smoking crack.
I'm telling you, crack is way more mild than weed.
Okay, by the way, we're not recommending anyone smoke crack.
No.
FYI, Jesus Christ.
Also, I would just like to disclaimer. Well, actually, I just want to address. When I said, if you look at me, it doesn't seem like I smoke crack, that could come off very,
No.
That could come off very inappropriate
Don't defend
and
that.
not politically correct.
Fuck that, dude.
Valley girl voice. I'm here sitting in a fucking little sports bra. Everyone knows crack tends to be like in impoverished places.
That's what
right?
H3 was saying. I don't know shit.
Drug.
I don't know shit about that. I just know that H3 said it was a racist drug, but I don't know.
Yes. Well, I'm not being racist.
I'm not a crack expert.
That's all
You're
I'm
not being
saying.
racist at all. I don't think that
good.
at all.
I don't
think they think that at all. I just think it was funny. I wouldn't be like, yo, you're smoking crack. Anyone, to be honest, is that's why I'm curious about how did this happen. Is like, I don't think anyone just like, I'm smoking crack today.
Right.
I don't think of that anyone.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get to smoking crack?
My mom is so proud right now listening to this.
This is dope.
I am not a crack expert, so this is just me talking from my personal experience, okay? It was a one and done deal. I was smoking oxys and doing cocaine in high school.
Give us a set and setting. So you're smoking oxys and you're in high school and you're doing cocaine.
Yeah.
You're smoking oxys out of like a crack pipe?
No. You have to take the kind of it's not the wrapper, but like the outside of the Oxycontin pill, right? And once you take that off, you put it on aluminum foil, put the lighter underneath, and smoke it with a straw.
So you're lighting it and you're going,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have your friends do it for you.
okay. Wow, dude. And it's just melting and you're pulling the vapors.
And then you just like follow the smoke.
Holy fuck. And what do you feel from that? You're just like, whoa, I'm fucking calm,
No.
relaxed.
See, I don't really like painkillers. I only did that for a few months, by the way.
Okay.
It was just like a everyday thing.
You did that every day?
Not every day, but definitely a few times a week.
Okay.
With actually, you know who I was.
I love how it went
with.
from every day to a few times a week. That was cool. That was really cool. That's lit.
No, it wasn't every single day.
Okay.
I couldn't afford that. I was in fucking high school. I was
Fair,
like a
fair.
barista.
Uh-huh.
Which I actually sold Coke out of the fucking drive-through window, by the way.
Respect.
At the coffee shop.
Commendable.
But the Oxycontin, I just felt really high.
But describe like the high is like what high? You're just like, I feel calm. I feel really good.
It just feels good, euphoric.
Okay.
And your body like feels good, right?
And then you're like, this isn't enough. I need crack.
No, that is actually not what happened.
Okay. All right.
I went to go do some coke with my friend, and she had been dating a drug dealer.
This is great.
And
I'm not a drug dealer, by the way. Not one.
And I go up to the apartment she's staying in, and she tells me, basically, I was tricked into doing crack. I didn't know it was crack, right?
Interesting.
So she tells me, you know what's going to make this coke feel even better is if we smoke it.
Damn. This is like training day. That's sick. He's like, hit this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, sign me the fuck up. It's the coke is going to be better. Like, let's do it. Let's smoke it.
So you didn't know what it was, and you're
No.
like, okay.
But then, you know, she did say some shit like, oh, like a little baking soda. Like, I'm just going to do like a couple things here. But in my mind, it was just coke, but in a different form.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Then, you know, when I got older, I realized that, well, no, I realized once I smoked it that was not cocaine. That's when I realized.
So what do you feel from that? Because this is something I was asking. I was talking to Steve about it, and we were like, what is it? Because the difference of cocaine, you're like, oh, I'm up, right? Which I've done once, and I'm definitely not a fan because it's too much like up for me.
Yeah.
What is the crack cocaine like?
What is the crack cocaine like?
Because that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you like, well, I'm really calm. I'm really wired.
No, calm?
You're wired.
No, actually, after I smoked it, my friend suggested that we smoke heroin, which I did not know she was doing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she was like, you need to calm down. Like, you should smoke this. And I was smart enough to say no to that one.
Oh,
so I'm
my
going to give
God.
myself a pat on the back for that one.
Whoa. Yo, how old were you?
Oh my God. Probably like 17.
17.
Were you not hanging out with people like that?
No, I was hanging out with like little fucking gangsters, and their family were like gangsters and shit.
So
They were just more doing like illegal shit that wasn't drugs.
like stealing.
Yeah, like robbing people at
Graffiti.
gunpoint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That
More of
escalated.
that. And I'm from San Francisco.
Got it.
So yeah.
Well, Utah is they like their drugs there because there's
Yeah.
nothing to fucking do.
Except anal and drugs.
Anal and drugs.
Fucking dope, man.
I really give Utah the worst rep ever.
No, but I feel like it's not even you. I feel like everyone knows that about Utah. Not that like it's a bad place. I mean, those two great things. I mean, essentially,
It's true.
it's not like they're
actually.
terrible. So
No,
okay,
Utah's
now
beautiful, but
so now it is actually gorgeous. One of my like favorite places, like especially like when it's kind of snowy. But do you do drugs now? Any kind of like
definitely.
recreationally?
I did up until very recently. Now I'm not interested really. Like
Yeah.
it's not the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was never a heavy drug user.
Yeah.
I was a party girl, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah, I get
But now, no. Like if there was coke at a party now, no.
you. Yeah.
Fentanyl, terrifying.
Oh, well, that's killing everyone.
I know, and
Yeah.
but that's actually not even, the biggest reason, which it fucking should be. It's just coke is not coke anymore. Like when's the
Yeah.
last time I can't ask you, I guess.
You can ask me anything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when's the last time you ever tried it?
Oh yeah.
Or
no.
did it?
Years
Forever.
and years ago. Yeah. 10 years ago.
It's like, it's baking soda, right? For the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess unless you're very well connected, right?
Yeah.
But it's just getting high like that is not for me anymore.
Yeah.
Even Molly, just any of that shit. It's not.
What about like, have you ever done, obviously you've done mushrooms before? Any
I've done
psychedelics?
liquid. So that's the thing is I am terrified of them because of my reaction to weed.
Got it.
But I want to not be.
Yeah. You ever tried microdosing or heard of that? Or
Yes, I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
that would help. That would be like, it'll change it. Cause that you don't feel it. I'm not trying to like tell people to go take, actually, you know what, fuck it. I think it's actually a really good thing. I think like a true microdose, not like taking mushrooms every day. Cause then you're just getting high every day. I'm talking about a true microdose. You do not feel anything. Like all you'll feel is like this maybe general sense of like, maybe life's a little bit better. Like you just a little more open.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be like, well, I'm high and my hands fucking look weird and you look different.
Yeah.
So like a true microdose you take for like a month and then stop for like 2 months. And it's like you actually take it in like a therapeutic manner. There's massive benefits.
So have you done it personally?
Yes.
I would love to know like what the benefits are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, overall, like I'd say even my relationship to my anxiety as a whole, even in relationship to marijuana and the things that have always exacerbated it the most, I find myself not getting to that point, like not even close to how I used to on like whether I'm smoking or not smoking. Cause I would get to that point anxiety wise, like just about life and the amount of things that I have to do, the amount of like,
Right.
things that I have to work on or like the expectations from people. And I just, every once in a while I'd be like, it's almost like I'd get like migraines or I get these physical like things that are happening to me in relationship to all the stuff that I'm stressing about. And that overall is like, imagine if it just happens less.
So it helps majorly with anxiety.
Massively. And also, I feel just even speaking in just mental capacity, your ability to just learn and to understand is heightened for sure.
Wow. Do you feel more creative?
I guess the days that I was actually microdosing, I'd say maybe more creative. But overall, it's just like you just feel like you can process things more efficiently. So if you are already creative, then you'd be more efficient at creating.
So it's like Adderall.
I wouldn't say it's like I've taken Adderall, and Adderall is a little more like it's aggressive where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of slightly wired. This is it's much calmer.
But do you get does it have like some similarities in terms of like efficiency, right?
Yeah, I would say, but it's
It's
1,000 times better for you. Like
yeah,
actually like generative, like it's making your brain more efficient versus like Adderall is not doing that for you. It's like in the moment it is, but when you're off, you're like, oh, I'm fucking tired. Like you're not off of mushrooms and like, oh, I'm fucking tired.
Right.
It doesn't have that same effect. So there's a ton of therapeutic benefits to it.
How long does it take to see the benefits?
I would say if you microdose for like a month, you'd notice a difference for sure. And then also there's benefit to like macro dosing, and like not every day. Obviously, that's completely don't do that. But there are a lot of benefits because it's the plant medicine in that is just to take you deeper into yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I fully believe in. I'm just scared.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and you should be. And it's not a for everyone thing. It's like you got to do it when you're ready to do it. When you feel like, okay, it's the moment to do it. Like, have you ever heard of ayahuasca?
Yes.
I've done that recently.
Recently. Okay.
Yeah. Like 4 months ago.
Yeah. You turned into like the nicest guy ever for like a week.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
For a week, right?
Yeah.
You need to do like a touch up. Like, you need to go back.
Yeah. No, I'm going to. I want to.
Dude, just take a massive amount. Just fucking.
No, I plan to go to like Costa Rica or Peru or somewhere and like do it for like a few days. And, like really get some stuff out of it.
Yeah.
But
I had some friends recently do a 12-day
holy
ayahuasca
shit, yeah.
in Bali. And I don't know if I would suggest that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a like for everyone thing all the time.
Yeah.
It's really a.
But I really believe in it.
Yeah. No, I know.
Big
It's
time.
fucking, it's different. Like as far as, and I've talked about this on the pod before, but as far as like your ability to connect with yourself on a very like completely transparent, non-ego related scale where you're just like, this is who I am. And these are the things I really want to change. It's so crystal clear. Like you can't convolute like, oh, I want to change this, but like these other things. And I feel this way about this and my relationship to that. It has to be like this because of this. Like, you know how we do that in life.
Yes.
It's just like, this is it. This is me. It's like,
Wow.
are you willing to do the work or not?
Wow. Just complete clarity.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I need to go do it.
You would fucking love it. And it's supposed to be scary. It's not, you're
Yeah.
not supposed to be like, you should be kind of afraid of it.
Well, and that's what I like because I'm assuming you did it with a shaman
Yeah,
and
yeah,
in a
tight,
controlled setting, right?
Completely, yeah.
And they're
Didn't-
like taking care of you.
100%. It's not, I didn't just go willy fucking do it in my backyard with by myself. I
Right.
did it with, with people that were like guiding me through it. And it's
Yeah.
just very important, the container in which you do it and your intention into it. It's not supposed to be like, show up and fucking take drugs.
Exactly. I definitely want to do it. And that makes me feel better about it. Because I think with mushrooms, I mean, I have never heard of a mushroom ceremony personally.
There are though, yeah.
There are?
Yeah. Similar style, not as obviously that, I mean, I can't say it's not as intense because it's just different medicine, but there are people that do that as well. You just got to find the right kind of like circles that do it.
But I feel like ayahuasca is going to be more
It's way more
beneficial.
intense. Yeah, I wouldn't say more beneficial. I would say it's just like a level. Like if you hadn't done like mushrooms at that dose, I would say like that'd be a stepping stone to like ayahuasca, like learning through here.
I want to just jump right to the
do it.
crack.
Yeah, you should do it straight up. You're there.
Like I think that's what I have to do.
It would change your life, I think. Not that your life is bad, because I think you have, from what I perceive, it's
I
a
love how
great
you
life.
feel like you have to clarify.
Well, yeah, people just get all fucking, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah.
Which brings me to, let's start talking about it a little bit. Men and women and dating and sex and all this stuff, right?
Let's go.
What do you think are the 5 most important things for a man to do or have in order to get a woman? Like, what do you think, like, as a man?
Get her as in fuck her?
Okay, let's go there first. Fuck her.
Okay.
But then, so there's going to be 10 things, right? So 5 and 5.
Okay.
So to fuck her, like,
Can
from
I
your
get a
perspective.
pen and paper?
Well, just, I mean, we could just go through it slowly, but it's
Yeah,
let's say 5 things, 3 things, whatever. I just want to put like a number on it, but
No, I
guess
can handle that.
top 5 things that you think it takes a guy to have in order to
Bang a girl.
fuck a girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Confidence.
Okay.
I mean, that you could throw the other 4 away. Honestly.
Really?
100%.
Just being like, I got
You could
this.
be ugly. You could have no money.
No.
Yes, I swear to God.
Not these girls this day.
No,
these days?
No, I'm telling you.
No.
I am telling you. I personally have hooked up with some fucking bridge trolls, right? That
You say bridge trolls?
Bridge trolls.
Nice.
That are living underneath the fucking highway pass.
Holy
Because
fuck.
of the way they
Because of the
carry
crack.
themselves.
Because of the crack. This is making sense, dude.
Because I was fucking smoking crack.
Fuck. This is lit. I love it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was not crack related.
Okay, no
by
crack
the way.
here. Okay,
and
fair.
I'm not a crackhead, by the way. It was a one-time thing.
Yeah, no. You were young. You were experimenting. I'm sorry. It's just funny.
No, it's fucking
That bridge
hilarious.
troll, you lobbed it up. I was like, fuck, I got it.
Yeah, I set that one up. But if you carry yourself in a certain way, you will get pussy.
Okay, what, okay, I totally understand, but what does that mean, right? I can understand because I can think, okay, I can think of what places I've been confident or not, where I'm more confident, where I'm less confident. To you, though, a guy's going to hear this and be like, the fuck does she even mean, though? What does confidence mean to you, then? Like, a guy shows confidence how?
Yeah.
Like, is he just show, like, he sees you and he's like, you're mine, bitch. Like, what's confidence?
Like some Steiny shit? No.
Okay. Okay.
Love you, Steiny. That was a joke.
It wasn't, but yeah.
I would say someone who commands a room, right, has a presence to him and genuinely is happy with himself and where he's at and just everything in his life. That's what it is.
And you know that just through...
It's an energy, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, you go to dinner and it's just, it's an energy. Like, that's the only way to really explain it.
Yeah.
How would you explain it? If a girl has confidence, what is she doing?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see, like...
She's not dressed like a hoe like me right now.
Well, I mean, you're not really dressed like a hoe.
No, actually, this is confidence, right?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. If you're like, I'm in here, I just hit the gym, I'm ready. Yeah, I think it's different. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, yeah, not dressed like a hoe is actually, I'm not saying that's a cornerstone to this, but a woman that, like, you know, she could be beautiful, look beautiful, have a great body, but not feel like I need to show it off all the time. There's confidence in that. Just like there could be confidence in showing it off, right? But it really just depends. Is it you always need to show it off? Because then it's also like now you're kind of reaching.
Right.
And it's not really so much confidence. It's more like, oh, I need validation because I want people to come approach me because of the way I look.
Yes.
So it's like it really depends on that circumstance.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is confidence in, like, you know, I don't need all this extra shit to, you know, maybe they don't need tons of makeup, or there's confidence in, like, the natural beauty that they have and the way that they, because I like natural beauty a lot. Something I like. You
do. So you don't like the filler.
No, I hate all that shit.
Lip injection.
Fake butts, all that. I don't like any of that. I mean, just personally, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I understand why women do it because they maybe have this pressure where they feel like they need to have more of this or more of that.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I've always kind of joked with my friends. I'm like, if you could push her into a pool, she comes out and she doesn't look like crazy. You know, for me, it's like, that's the one. You know?
So is that what you do on first dates?
I push them straight into pools.
You do?
I'm like, yeah, let's go anywhere there's a pool.
I would fuck you up.
Yeah, I don't know if you would fuck me up. You might try, but I don't know if you could. Like, it'd be really hard.
I definitely could not.
No, you couldn't.
What does a fake ass feel different? And then we'll get back to me, but I need to know this.
100% different.
It does.
It's hard.
Okay.
I don't know because obviously there's tons of different types of things now that they do. Like
implant, injection, different injections,
like moving fat, like implants are like whatever. But yeah, I have had experiences where it's just kind of, it's tough. It's like it's harder. Yeah. You know, it's not like muscle hard and it's not like fat hard. Obviously, it's like this different. It just feels not like that.
Like this. Similar to the couch.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah. Wait a sec.
Wait, this is a
Holy
BBL
shit.
right here.
Holy shit. No, actually,
God.
It is kind of like that, but with skin over it.
You're getting turned on though.
No, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I just feel like
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to like back it up. It's fine.
No, I don't. Yeah, fuck that. I just don't like it. Straight up. I like more natural. But now I do like fake boobs though. Does that make me like a hypocrite in a sense?
Well, I mean, yeah, you just contradicted everything you just said.
Damn. I don't know. I feel like a natural butt.
Natural beauty. I hate the fake shit. Love some fake tits.
Well, I don't love. I'm not saying I love them. I'm just saying like if
you just said I like
love
them.
Fake like tits. I said like, I say love. I said like.
I don't know. We're gonna have to run it back.
Run that back. You know, I didn't say love. I said like. No, it's like because this is, and I'll tell you why. Okay.
I'm very excited for this.
Fuck. Well, now it's like, damn, I realized. Anyways, listen, you can work on your butt. You can grow your butt. Okay. You can't grow your tits. It's not like, but then I guess you could just say, well, you can't grow your lips. Right. Right. But that's just I don't know. It's different to me. I feel like it's just different. If it's on the face, it's like work. This is obviously, it's work done as well, but she can't do a bunch of bench press and like get her tits bigger. So, first, like she can work on her butt. This is my thing. I think it also comes down to like someone's work ethic overall.
I was about to say, like, it's not even necessarily the look, maybe per se. It's
both, yeah.
Does this girl, like, is she willing to fucking work?
Yeah, because, like, you know, you get some girls who get, like butt stuff and, like, then they don't train. It's like, you're just, it looks weird visually, but then it's also like
a wisdom tooth.
You just did it. Yeah, you I don't want to say you copped out, but you, like, obviously you want it to look a certain way, but it's like you could have achieved something more than what you had, but you just kind of was like, I'm just doing this fast track thing. And, like, I understand, like, this mentality, but at the same time, I think to me as a person is like, you didn't want to put in that work that it would have required to get that. Not that everyone could have this crazy fucking ass or whatever they're trying to achieve, but you can't have more than what you have now. And I think a lot of people just take the fast way, and it's just like, I see it and I'm just like, but versus the boobs is like, she can't bench press her tits, you know, she can't grow her pecs.
Okay. So do you prefer fake boobs?
I don't prefer, no.
But you don't care.
I think like if I was like judging, it'd be like a girl, because I'm more of an ass guy. Like the girl could have could be completely flat chested.
Right. I feel like a lot of guys this day and age, it's about
feel
the
this
ass.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do the reverse. If it was like no ass and like fake boobs, I don't know. That's kind of just weird. But this is just my opinion. At the same time, like, it's just
girls are fucking probably want to shoot you right now.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
No, I think it's great. No,
Yeah.
I love to hear a dude be honest, right?
Yes, it's the truth.
I love it because guys are scared. So continue.
So it's the same. If I was picking, just if I was like, what I would look like, if I was 100 girls, I'm thinking the girl with the nice butt, the flat chest, amazing.
Okay.
Versus the other way, it's like I'd rather, pick the first one.
We're not fucking around with the pancake ass.
I mean, you don't have to have this crazy. I'm not saying like you have this crazy fat ass like this, and that's the thing too. Girls too. I think girls have this like weird perception of like what like a nice ass is, where they think it just has to be this. Of course, yeah, and like it has to be this crazy thing, but it doesn't. Like, like even girls that I know that have really nice butts feel like, oh, my butt's not nice enough, and it's like, you're fucking crazy. Like, okay, there's this like degree of like it doesn't have to be this outrageous shit,
right? Like you don't have to set a cup on it.
No, it's like this shape. Everyone's, everyone's got nice different things. Like there's different things that like stand out. Like this shape, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like it's weird. That's
actually very refreshing to hear.
Yeah,
because I think I even like get into that mentality.
No,
because like, damn, the ass. I don't know. It's like it's good, but it's not the ass, right? That everyone wants, and it's like there's no the ass.
No, fuck no.
It doesn't exist.
No way. And it's not bigger just because it's big doesn't make it nice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's also like just the shape of certain. I mean, am I wrong here?
Yeah, you're right, man.
Right.
It's got to have a certain shape.
Yeah, it's like it could be big, but it could be smaller, have a nice shape. It doesn't. If it's too big, it's like the shape's weird. It's just like, I mean, listen. I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect. I have perfect everything. That's not true. I'm definitely sharing this opinion though. And I think a lot of guys relate to this one where it's like, I don't know. It's like when you have it, you have it. But I think for girls, what I'm trying to say is don't get so caught up in like just having a bigger butt. Like that's not what's necessary. That's what I was going back to. Like you started training, putting a little bit more effort and energy into like growing the muscle that you do have. The shape of your butt is going to look nicer. Right. Just from that alone. Right. And at the same time, fuck the way you look. Like you're gonna get so much more out of training for your like mental health and your health in general that it's like you might as well make that a thing that you enjoy.
100%. I've only recently, in the past year or two, really taken my fitness serious.
Yeah. Well, for any reason? I ever did. For any certain reason? Because you're 30 and you're like, fuck, I gotta figure this out.
Honestly, I think that factored into it.
That's fair.
Yeah, for sure. And I think to look better, to look hotter, right? And for the mental, all three. Yeah. And it's been life-changing.
So what?
For my butt, specifically.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Damn.
Right, Al?
Looks good. She goes, looks good. Okay, so let's get on the other topic for the reverse. For girls, what do girls, do you think, and what's your perspective on this, mostly look at in men, like physically? For men to be like, yo, you got to work on this, you know?
Yeah. So funny how different it is.
Yeah.
Like guys can go on and on, like the butt just like a pear shape and like, like a dimp, like it's fucking crazy. Looks wise, I know for the majority of women, height is the number one thing. I care way more about face, way more. I need a good looking face. And I'm really into like the tall, dark, and handsome. I just contradicted myself, but
Damn.
just a good height, dark hair, dark features.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Dude, I love it's so funny when girls do that and then they just like you contradicting yourself is so hilarious to me.
Wait, why?
It's just so funny, man. That's like the classic, like, you know, I talked earlier about this whole red pill, blue pill thing. It's like guys talking about how girls don't know what they want and all this shit.
And
it's
I
like,
just explained it perfectly. But because you're asking me specifically, but I was about to say his personality trumps everything.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I
Really?
swear to God.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. If we're
Trumps everything.
If we're talking about, you know, like a bridge troll once again,
Okay.
maybe we're going to have some problems. But if he's not the best looking guy and he has the personality, I'm down. That's like what I find attractive.
Yeah.
Is a personality, you know?
Yeah.
Can he make me laugh?
Yeah.
Is he interesting?
Yeah.
Like, am I bored? No. Okay, great.
Yeah. What do you think makes someone interesting? Like their ability to conversate about topics that you find interesting?
No, not necessarily. I mean, my ex was I'm not saying I'm not intelligent. I am an intelligent woman, but he went to Harvard. He was on a different level.
Yeah.
Okay. He would talk about shit that I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like
right?
what? I'm curious. Like what were the things you'd be like, wow, that's so...
He majored in Greek philosophy at Harvard. Like he would quote, you know, like Aristotle, you know?
Yo,
like,
boys.
He was a fucking genius.
Boys, listen. So all you need to do is go read some Aristotle, some Socrates, memorize some of those quotes and just be like, yo, have you ever thought of this? And be like, yeah, it's just something Socrates says. Like, no big deal. Like, that's funny. That's really funny to me.
That is funny.
So
you really could say fucking anything and say, yeah, that was Socrates, by the way.
The girl's like, wow.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
Yeah.
Damn.
I would have no idea. You wouldn't either. You would not.
I read
know.
shit like that.
Huh?
I didn't go to school. I mean, I went to school. I dropped out, you know, but I read a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to understand.
Okay,
for sure.
but if I said some crazy shit right now and I said, you know, Aristotle said that, you would not come at me and say, actually, no, he didn't.
Who knows? I mean, depends what you said. If I knew it or not, I'd be like, wait a minute.
No. Don't pretend right now. There's no. But
You saying I don't know any Greek mythology or any sort of like
I'm not
philosophy?
I'm just saying if I, you know, phrase something in a certain way, you would not come back. Okay, you know what? For the majority of people, they're not going to know if Aristotle actually said something.
Yeah.
So men, there you go. There's a tip for you.
Just fucking say it.
Fucking say whatever the fuck you want within reason.
Just be like, yeah, we're meant to be together. It's crazy. He basically said it. It's in the stars. Wow. They're going to be like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Wait, that's actually a really good tip for men.
Which
is
part?
Not anything.
Lie to girls?
100% on the first date. Yes.
Do you really think that?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Lie about what?
I mean, I wouldn't say lie, but I think you should go into a date with a quote in mind from someone very influential.
Oh, God.
And make sure to just fucking plug it into the conversation at some point.
Dude, that is hilarious.
I mean,
that's great.
I would be impressed. I would eat that shit up.
That's
and
great.
I would believe it. I'd be like, damn, this guy, he reads.
Yo, it's fucked. It's funny, but then it's like, what, 2 dates in, you're like, he's not doing that anymore, and you're like, no. This guy's stupid.
No, because girls want a relationship so bad. And if they decide to go on the date, they want it to work so bad.
Do you really think that?
Yeah.
You
For
think
a lot of women.
Even nowadays?
Yes.
What about girls on social media? You don't think they're just trying to get the clout, trying to just level up? You think they're trying to have relationships?
Yeah. I think that they're a little bit jaded, you know?
Yeah.
They're maybe more superficial, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're more interested in like, can I get a fucking picture in Dubai this weekend?
Crazy.
But then once you're kind of in that world, you start dealing with dudes that are fucking assholes, like the worst of the worst, right?
Yeah.
They're taking shits on your chest.
You talking about over there in fucking Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was obviously a fucking extreme. But just guys that are, pricks.
I mean, I've heard of shit like that, actually.
No, I know, I have too.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about that world.
You've never been a part of that, though, yeah?
No,
Okay.
I have not.
Just had to ask.
No, but I don't shame it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're getting paid and that's,
Fuck.
get your money.
Damn.
I'm like, I would maybe rather do that than have to fuck the guy for money.
That's interesting.
What would you rather? A girl shit on you?
I just feel like that power dynamic would never exist. Where a girl would be like, I need to shit on you just to... I'll pay you though.
But okay,
this
but what
only
if
happens for women. This is insane that a woman
know.
could just fucking...
I know.
She could have literally nothing, but a little bit of followers, get DM'd, and her whole life be changed by like someone who wants to shit on her chest.
Right.
That doesn't happen for men.
Which, I mean, it's kind of a magical, great thing, right? It could be life changing.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. It's definitely some new world shit. It's weird.
I mean, get your money, period. That's
Yeah.
the way I think. But back to my point.
Even like fuck your morals sometimes.
I mean, it's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Would I mean, maybe if I was under if I was living in a tent smoking crack, I would probably be down.
Yeah. You think it's circumstantial.
Yeah. Fly my ass to Dubai. I'm ready to go.
Get shit on.
Yeah.
Get 100 racks.
Shit on me wherever.
Damn. That's wild.
Tell me right now if you were homeless, okay?
Okay.
And someone offered you, $100K.
Okay.
But they just had to shit on your chest and on your face.
Ooh,
and you
my
had to
face?
eat it. And
Ooh,
you had to
no,
eat
eat
it.
it. I think the first two...
You would turn that down.
I think I turned down when I was broke. I
Mm-hmm.
turned down fucking some guy's wife for $8,000, and I absolutely needed that money. I was a trainer, and I was like, not. I was like,
why?
I told the story before, but the reason was because once I was going towards it, and then once I met the wife, I was like, you could tell this is the thing that they do often.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then I met like the kids, and then I was like, this is just like, I could tell this woman has done this many times and is not happy about being a part of this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was
That
like I
makes
met
sense.
him, and then he's like,
Right.
talking to me, and then I met her, and I was like, this
Right.
is like a thing they do, and I just
And
felt
she's
weird.
not-
Yeah, she wasn't like, I'm still. It's not like I'm happy. I felt like she was like, this is what my husband wants me to do, and it's kind of fucking weird, and he probably jerks off in the corner and watches.
Right.
Which fucking whatever, that's your thing. But I think when I met her and I like just the look in her face and the energy was like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to be a part of this.
I totally understand that.
So yeah, I needed that money. Now if he said $100,000, I would have fucked his wife.
Okay, what if he said 8,000? You don't have to fuck his wife. You just have to get shit on.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, but it's yeah.
You can jump in the shower. Like, what is the big deal?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something just super degrading about getting shitted on. It's just like literally getting shitted on. You're not talking about like shitting on someone like verbally. It's like that person shit on you.
I don't know.
Unless I was like maybe weirdly, if I was like kind of
Into
into it, then who gives a fuck?
How much
right?
money would it take you to?
How
do
much
that?
money? This is like
Yeah.
this. I love this question. The guy like, would you suck someone's dick for?
Yeah.
We were doing this the
100
other day in
mil.
the
It was
gym.
100
And
million.
how much was it?
100 mil. 100%. That is the dumbest question.
100 million?
I would suck 2 dicks for 100 million. I don't give a fuck.
It would
Bro,
ta-
what? You don't act like you're fucking special,
it would,
bro.
It would take $100 million.
That was the question. So the question was just like, would you suck a dick for $100 million? To a guy, obviously.
Okay, would you do it for 1 million?
No way. Fuck no. I don't need money like that.
What about 10?
Nope. I'm not.
10 million?
I don't.
Close your eyes. Like what?
It's so that's the thing, right? It's not just the when we were talking earlier about your relationship and it not working out and like the trauma from the drama. There's trauma in that, and like unless it's what you want to do and you enjoy it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But knowing that you're sucking a dick that maybe you're not really wanting to suck just because there's trauma that's related to that.
Okay,
So
but what if you're broke? That's
Yeah.
trauma in itself.
true, there's trauma there, but there's also like. That's the thing, right? We talk about get to a point sooner, which is like, it's so funny because guys don't necessarily have this. I mean, unless you're like, there's some gay, super rich gay guy who's like wanting to pay you to whatever. It's very rare that guys have that ability to just like jump that giant gap.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot easier for girls, right?
yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I I feel like at the same time, I'd rather have worked for something and feel good about getting there than just like getting there because like I had this fast way in. Now, you say 100 million, I don't give a fuck. Like
You're putting a dick in your mouth.
Whatever, dude. Who cares?
Yeah.
But 10 million I can get.
Yeah. Would you rather suck a dick or get shit on?
Oh, get shit on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
They're both weird as fuck. I don't want to do either, but like
No, sucking dick isn't weird.
well, for me it's a little different. It's not
you,
yes.
I
Yes, for
understand.
me it's a little different.
Yes.
Getting shit on is like I'd say if like sucking dick was a 10, getting shit on is like a 4.
Yeah. But I mean, people are into it. People are
Into getting shit on.
100%.
I just don't.
And
it wasn't
peeing.
impede on you. I saw something recently about this. Some like Diddy peeing on some chick or some shit. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, why would someone be into that?
I don't know, but actually, this guy that I was talking to,
Oh,
him and his ex-girlfriend, he peed in her mouth. And I think he peed also all over her body.
that one's less weird than shit. I'll be honest. Shit.
Yes, less weird. But he told me he wasn't into it. He just like wanted to try it. He was like, you know what's really fucked up? He was like, I was so grossed out by her after.
Oh yeah. So I'm saying the trauma thing.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like he was like, I can't look at her the same.
Yeah.
I pissed on her.
Yes. After, being the one to like say,
let's try
do
this. Yeah. Are they still together?
No. Absolutely not.
Dude.
Absolutely not.
I don't know. I think the piss is so much more like getting shitting on or getting shitted on. It's like, it's just, I think the act of the excretion is just so like, it's so much.
Yeah.
Like the positioning, even I'm picturing like someone's got to like, it's like pissing is like pee, you know?
No, but pee would be way bigger of a mess. Like
but it's like wet, jump in the shower. This is like physical shit.
No, but the pee could like get in your mouth.
Yeah,
like,
but
I'm
the shit can
imagining
like
it.
just stick on you and like
and
roll.
then you like jump in the
like,
jump
and
in the
then it's
water.
also like there's so many versions of shit where it's like who knows that
yeah,
day.
that's true.
Like is it like a solid shit or a messy shit?
Yeah. Well,
It's getting
thank God we don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
But I would get shit on if I was broke. And
fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. No, it's
How did
fucked.
we even get here?
No idea, man.
I
We
have
were talking
no
about like
clue.
yeah. This is the beauty of this shit, man. I love doing podcast stuff.
I do
So
too.
let's get back on track. So we're gonna talk about dating a little bit more. What's the weirdest date you've ever been on?
I was recently asked this question. Oh my God, this is so good. I completely forgot about this. So this dude invited me to watch not the Lakers. What's the basketball team in New York?
The Nets? Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Nets.
Oh, that's Brooklyn. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. It was a basketball team. And he said that we would be sitting courtside. So I needed to dress nice. Okay? That's
The
what he
Knicks.
texted
The
me.
Knicks also.
It was the Knicks.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he told me that. We get there. We're in the 6th row. Which, that is not me complaining and being like,
So 100% explicitly said we're
I
gonna
have
be
the
courtside.
text. I have the text.
Got it.
And he's like, you might be on camera. Like, so.
Oh,
dress
he
up.
went in. So whoa.
Yeah.
Courtside, you might be on camera. Dress up so you're ready.
Yeah. I wear heels.
Okay.
So that's a big deal, to go to a fucking basketball game and I'm like running through New York, whatever. So then we were in the 6th row.
Okay.
So that already was like, what the fuck?
Did you address that when that?
No.
Oh, you didn't even say like, yeah, what?
No. I think because I'm not, if you can't tell, a super big sports girl. I like soccer, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I think I was kind of thinking in my head, like, I mean, is this like kind of considered courtside? Because if you watch UFC, if you're in the 3rd row, what is that?
It's that's pretty much ringside.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
in the 3rd row, depending, because there's sections like outside of the box that goes up 3rd row.
Right.
That's not ringside, but if you're in, there's like, I don't want to say like eight rows, like stacked around actual ringside.
Right. And you call it ringside.
Yes, for sure.
So I think I was thinking that in my head.
Okay.
But deep down I knew something was off. See, girls just hoping like, no, he wouldn't do this shit to me. Like, no. He's not that type. And then we went to get a hot dog and I had the biggest zit of my entire life, and I wanted to cry. I almost actually went on the date with a Band-Aid, and I was like, that's worse, right? At that point.
I don't know. But where were the Band-Aid? Where was this?
It was right here.
Okay. If it was like here, you could have had like the Nelly look. Like, that would have been sick. But like down here, it's kind of like you hurt yourself.
You know what?
Like who punched you?
No, it probably, yeah. But it wasn't even that bad of a zit. It was my anxiety and me attacking it before the
It's
date.
always that way, yeah.
Always. So we go to get a hot dog, and he's like, oh my God, you look so cute. I want, like, let me take a picture. Like, you know? He tells me to put the hot dog in front of my zit.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, that shit's dope. That guy's a savage.
He's like,
holy
whoa,
fuck.
Whoa. You need to put the hot dog
Wait, like, did he
front of the zit because that ain't happening.
Like, did he take one first and he was like, wait a sec, can you just move?
Yes.
Oh my God,
and
dude.
Was
this guy like a photographer? Was he like an Instagram guy? Like he knew something about like aesthetics. Because clearly.
Let me just say his screen name on Instagram has the word daddy in it.
What?
And
it's a grown man.
What?
This is a grown man.
Grown man.
And he has daddy in his screen name.
Yes. And I think he was like at least 10 years older than me.
Daddy was his username on Instagram.
It was daddy something.
Wow. That's
I'm not going to give him
like
the
when did he
clout.
make that? No, of course not. When did he make that account?
I have no idea.
Like it had to be 10 years ago. So he was 30 when he put daddy as his screen name.
Yeah.
At least.
That is embarrassing.
Biggest red flag. You fucked up from the beginning.
I did.
Did he slide? Is that how you found him? How he found you?
No, I went to a random bar in New York, and he was the manager, and just like started hitting on me right away, and I was not interested.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I asked him for blow. I sound like I'm a full blown drug addict.
Dude, this is dope.
I'm not. This was like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked him for. I probably did, because I was. To be honest, I was out of control. Like really for real.
That's fair.
I've been arrested 3
Can you lower
times.
your mic just a little bit?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Right here. Is this good? Should I pull my tits out?
You could
Definitely.
if you wanted to. Probably pull in more views.
You could, but we probably
Get
No, I just
Community
meant
guidelines.
cleavage, guys. Okay.
Yeah, just like maybe.
There we go. I
Nice.
did.
No, it looks great. All right, guys, quick interruption from one of our sponsors, Liquid IV. Very, very important. You guys have to understand this. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Being hydrated is hands down one of the most important things for any goal, period, for your body, for your brain to function properly. I don't think people really understand how actually important being hydrated is. This is a very quick and easy way to stay hydrated, to be optimally hydrated. The best part about this product, Liquid IV, the thing that I like the most about it is it doesn't taste like shit. There's like other products that, I don't know, for some reason, they just don't taste good. I don't want to knock any other products, but I could drink a ton of this. I've actually been drinking this daily, I think for the last like 2 weeks. And they just sent me this energy multiplier, which is natural caffeine, and the flavors of all of this stuff is actually great. All right, so if you guys want to get it, you can get it right now at Costco in bulk, obviously, but if you guys do not have a Costco nearby, go to liquidiv.com, put in code RAWTALK, get 20% off your entire order. Support your boy. Let's get back into this podcast. So hold on real quick before you get into the rest of the story. I'm curious because you said you met him at like a bar thing. Is it appropriate for guys to be like, because I feel like this is the new thing now. They meet a girl and they're like, oh, here's my Instagram, instead of like going straight for the number. Do you think you'd rather have a guy go straight for your number or be like, what's your Instagram?
No, because then that means he's like very active on Instagram and cares about that shit. And I think I'm not into that.
Okay. So continue the story. So you met this guy.
I asked him for coke.
Yeah.
Just because I was fucking not in my right mind. I mean, I've been arrested 3 times. Just side note. So I asked him for coke, and he's like, yes, come downstairs with me, you know. Ooh, that was another one. He told me he owned the bar. He was the fucking manager of the bar.
Oh, my God.
That was another one.
But when did you find that out?
I don't remember. But he takes me downstairs. He, like, opens the safe, gives me coke, and that's how we met.
You know what's funny? You said earlier about like lying to a girl on the first date.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out. Like, I don't think that's good advice. I feel like that was not sound advice.
Okay, no. I took it back. I said, don't lie.
Okay.
Just have a quote ready.
Okay.
You know?
It's a little white lie.
It's like a little bit in the middle.
Not like I own this bitch to like, no, you're just a manager. That's why you have keys.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, because you open up and close the place down because the other guy who owns it is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Anyways, you're at the game. You got a zit on your face. You take a picture. He's like,
With a hot dog in front of it.
He's like, maybe move that to the side a little bit.
Yep.
You look ugly.
Yeah.
And
basically.
So now where do we go from here?
I probably felt very self-conscious for the rest of the day.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, and then I remember he kept grabbing my face and making out with me so aggressively for 5 minutes at a time.
Was he drunk?
No, he was sober.
Wow. 5 minutes?
That's a long time.
Like,
and I'm like, I thought you would want to watch what's, the game.
So he's sitting just like grabbing you and kissing you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he wasn't a very good kisser. So that was the worst date.
Fuck. What makes someone a good kisser? Gentle, smooth, like what? The touch in the face.
That can be hot. I can tell you all the things that are not good.
Grab your throat and then fucking pull you in.
That actually can be really hot.
Okay.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
But to make someone a good one, it's hard to explain that without just saying what's not good.
Say what's not good then.
Tongue right away. Just down the throat. That's the worst.
Aggressive tongue.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Keeping
fair.
your mouth open for too long. When they just like, you have made out with a girl who's done that.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you're saying.
When
you're like, your jaw
like,
should close now.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly.
There should be some of this happening.
Like you don't need to be like,
exactly.
It should close. No, I get it. Holy shit. That's accurate.
It's like a blowfish in a fish tank. You know what I mean?
Yo, fuck. That's funny. Holy fuck, because I like instantly know what that felt like.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, close your mouth.
There's like a rhythm and a dance here that we're not doing.
Okay.
It's like CPR shit.
Yeah.
So that's a no-no. Tongue down the throat immediately. But then also, you'll do this thing sometimes where you'll like kind of tease and you won't go in for the kiss, but you'll go like right there.
Got it.
I've had a dude do that like way too much.
Too long. Like get
like,
to
okay,
it.
now fucking kiss me. What the fuck are we doing?
Holy fuck. That's funny.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as like just for the guys out there, as far as the pressure, right? Is it kind of, you have to kind of be soft, like not too aggressive. What do you think?
You definitely have to start soft.
Yeah.
For sure. If you start too aggressive, it's like, what the,
Yeah, we're not trying to have like a teeth battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you are just being like gentle, soft for more than, I would say, 45 seconds to a minute.
When girls do this, it's so funny.
Why? What am I doing?
30, 40, 15, actually, 10 seconds. It's just like, it just reminds me of all the things where like girls don't know what they want type shit, which obviously is not exactly true.
Right.
But there's obviously so much variance. Everyone obviously is different.
Yeah.
But I get it. I see what you're saying. It's like if you're just soft the whole time, it's like, all right, man, fucking get to it.
Yeah. Like you're a pussy. Let's go.
So, okay. This guy kisses you a bunch. When do you break it to him that you're like, the fuck's going on?
No, I never said anything. I just ghosted him.
Okay. Completely.
Yeah, well, we did go back to his place. And
Did he fuck?
We did not fuck. We fooled around, though.
You sucked his dick.
Did I?
That's a yes.
No, I really don't think I did.
So what's fool around? Fucking kiss with the open mouth?
I think he was weird. I remember he told me he couldn't come from sex, which isn't necessarily weird.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
He said
that
he
is
couldn't.
weird. That is weird.
He said he couldn't. He has to jack himself off.
Holy fuck.
That's actually pretty common.
What?
You've never heard that?
No. Jacob, have you heard of that?
You guys need to wake the fuck up.
Wait. A guy? Okay.
Yeah. It's hard for some dudes. His penis was like desensitized a little bit.
Whoa.
So he needed like that added pressure.
Huh. What? I don't know.
Grip it a little harder than a vagina would.
I don't know, man. That's crazy, right?
The body has to fucking like squeeze his dick, like
I don't get it.
or what?
I'm sure you guys know someone who has a penis that doesn't have that much sensation.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like I've had times where it's like there's more sensation, less sensation.
Oh.
For sure. Like where sometimes like I'm a little bit more just sensitive. Like maybe it's based on like my diet, my eating habits. Like there's a lot of stuff that can affect that. but never where I was like because I don't, maybe it's just me and this is a personal thing. Maybe it's like if I'm using my hand, it's just like I'm now like almost exiting the situation and it becomes maybe mentally weird for me.
So like he like wasn't into me.
I don't know.
What you're saying. This is a common thing. This is not the first time I've heard of this.
Yeah. It's the first time I've heard
This is the first time I've ever heard this too.
Yeah.
Al?
As a dude.
You've never
Like
heard
I know
it?
guys that have hard times where it's like, yo, like something's up, but not like
No.
not like the thing that's gonna solve it for me is my hand.
There are a lot of men
Really?
that have to come that way.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
And
not versed in this.
I really think he just like didn't have enough sensitivity down there.
Fuck, yeah, that's tough.
Right?
Anyway, so this is a sidetrack. The point was you went back and you didn't fuck because he was like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to jerk myself off anyways.
I think it was a little off-putting the whole date, so I
Yeah.
probably didn't want to fuck.
The vibe wasn't there.
But I was also in my fucking demon time stage of my life, so I was like, let's do something. We made out. He fingered me, and I think I gave him like a half-ass hand job.
Yeah.
And then I just abruptly was like, I gotta go. I remember him saying, what?
Oh,
like,
fuck.
What? He had a boner.
Oh,
He
that's
just started, what the fuck? And I was like,
That's tough.
yeah.
Damn.
And then he never
nice.
heard from me again.
Yeah. That's a shit situation.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like, what was the, again, okay, this is the worst date, weirdest experience. What's the best experience you've ever had on a date? Because we got to be fair now.
It was with my ex, and he took me to this really cool dinner spot. And again, it was his energy. It was like how he walked into the room and how he held himself and like he like commanded the room. He was like, can I order a bunch of shit for us and we'll share? I love when dudes do that.
Yeah. I
Love,
get
love,
that.
love, love.
That makes sense.
A lot of girls say the opposite though. Feminists, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are? I love it.
So you like when a guy takes charge?
For sure. I thought that was really hot. He was like, I'm gonna get you this drink, right?
Oh,
I think
shit.
just him saying like we're drinking was hot, even though he was sober. So it was just for me. I thought that was hot. He was like, I'm not gonna, do this bullshit, but like I'm gonna support you doing it. And it was hot.
Yeah.
It was a great restaurant. They knew him, right?
Okay.
The little like handshake, like what's up? I'm like, okay, this guy is like
The boss
connected.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. But maybe it's because like, well, I don't know. At that time, were you on your boss shit?
Starting to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Do you think that because when you started to get more, popularity, fame, whatever you want to call it, money, clout, all this shit, do you think it changed your perspective on men and how you moved or how you dated?
100%.
And so in what way?
I expected more, right?
Yeah.
You got to be at my level or above.
I feel like all women literally think that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
As far as if I
Like,
was,
does a girl need to be at your level or above?
no, I don't. Honestly, that's the thing. I think it's different for men and women. I think I don't give a fuck. Like I care about a woman in the sense of what she's going to be doing for me, what I can do for her, and how we can have like a good synergistic relationship. Like I know that I'll always be able to take care of myself and always be able to take care of the people around me. And I don't need a woman to do that for me, obviously. But it's not like, oh, she needs to have this and that. Like I just want someone who's willing to like to help encourage me, to push me, to help me grow, to make me want to be better.
Right.
That's way more valuable than someone who's like, oh, you have money like me and we have stuff together. Like I don't care about any of that.
You need a support system.
Yeah, it's like someone to help me do the things that like I really don't like doing. Not that like there are things that are just so hard to do, but it's just like I want a woman that cooks for me.
Yeah.
Basic shit. Like not that like she has to cook every single meal, but like I love that. Like simple things.
You're the guy that's like, there better be a sandwich.
I would
when
love
I
that,
get
but at the
home.
same time, like I could understand, if she's doing other shit too, like maybe doesn't have it every time, right? But like no, I mean like she doesn't have to have a sandwich every time.
God forbid.
No, I wouldn't care.
So you would let a few days slide.
One day.
One day
I'm
slide.
kidding. No, I would totally. It's just like It's obviously not an everyday thing because
Okay,
that's
but
not realistic.
are you paying for her life?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay, then I'm gonna be like, cool. We're
Yeah,
cool.
no, I wouldn't. I would pay for everything. Like if it
Okay.
was like really that's mine and we're together and we're really doing this. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The exchange is like I just want someone that like has my back, someone that I could trust, someone that's fucking doing the things that I just maybe don't technically have just the time to do.
Yeah. So
You know?
you wouldn't find it like unattractive that she has dinner on the table for you every night.
No,
she
yeah.
doesn't really have anything going for her work
Okay,
wise.
so this is important. You said that. I think that like she doesn't need to be this like insanely successful whatever. I just think she has to have something that she's passionate about.
Okay.
So
Got
she
it.
doesn't need to have this crazy money or success, but like as long as she's working towards something,
Mm-hmm.
which at the same time too, I also have to understand if I'm saying, oh, I want her to work towards something, then if she starts to get closer to that thing and it involves more of her time, then I have to be willing to make changes to understand, hey, now she's doing something that she's really passionate about. The thing that's important for me is having someone in my life that cares about something outside of me as well.
Yes.
Right? Because you don't want someone that
Biggest thing.
goes like, you're the only thing that like moves me forward.
Yeah.
And then they just constantly rely on you for all of that pressure to do anything. And then
Yep.
if you're not giving them enough, then like maybe they start to feel some type of way. But if they have something of their own that's like, I love this, I'm passionate about it, I want to do this, I'll support it.
Yep.
And I'll help as much as I can for it to get to that point wherever, you know, we have to have that like reconvene of like, hey, so now it's like you can't have dinner every night because you're doing these other things that you're passionate about and you love. Like I
Right.
totally understand that. So that's what I'm just saying to answer your question. Like she doesn't have to be there for me to be like, I'll give you a shot. It's like, does she have those qualities that I really value?
Yeah.
And then obviously, like we were talking earlier about love or relationships, it's all a work in progress.
Right. That's huge.
So-
That's huge. You need to have a life with or without that person. you
Yeah.
know?
Otherwise, it's just
Yeah.
a tug of war.
Yeah.
What about for you, the gym? How important is the gym? Like, how important is someone's like body? Like
Like a dude's body, you mean?
yeah,
I
like dad bod or like workout guy bod. You know?
I don't care. The workout bod is not that important to me
Yeah.
at all. I mean, again, this is like, I'm making it sound like I will fucking date whoever the fuck, right? I have standards,
Yeah.
but the gym body is not really that important.
Do you think it changed with your age? Do you think when you were not saying that like you? I'm just assuming you liked that more when you were younger. Or
Yes.
anything, but
Yeah.
has it changed with age? Like you're
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. I actually find it unattractive. Like when I was on Raya, for example, the dudes that are on there with a six pack and that's like their profile picture, biggest turn off. Biggest turn off. Are you laughing? Is that you?
No, I don't have any of that shit. No, I just think it's funny because Jacob has a fucking.
Wait, what?
Jacob,
I was not
shit.
listening.
Sorry, dude.
What was
just
it?
that
He
gray
just put you
picture.
on blast.
That gray picture that you have on your dating profiles,
Which one?
where you're taking a selfie and you have your abs out.
Oh, yeah,
Jacob,
I mean,
you need to let
I'm
me.
trying to track. I'm attracting the wrong woman.
You
But
know, I will let me fix your dating profile.
Okay.
I will get you pussy like this.
No,
I
he
swear
get
to
no.
God.
give us the rundown, please.
No,
'cause
he
I'm
gets
on-
pussy though.
He does?
Yeah, for sure. But I just think it's funny because he's got that gray
That-
like black and white like ab shot.
No.
Should I take that off?
Immediately.
Really?
But he
Yes.
I
but
mean,
he
it fucking
pulls
works.
though. He pulls crazy though. You sure?
I mean,
It's maybe because he's like artsy guy, creative videographer.
well, does the picture look artsy or does it look
No,
like,
no, it's a full-on-
hey, I want to be on The Bachelor?
It's a douchebag selfie
It's
photo.
definitely probably a douchebag. but for sure.
100%.
Yep.
Well, but I'm different because there's a lot of girls that's what they care about.
Would you fuck him? Just like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's my boy.
Let's
I love you,
go.
bro.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. Right
okay.
now, I'm not doing that.
Okay, fair.
I'm not. I feel like the next time I have sex, it has to have some meaning behind it.
Of course. I'm not saying you go do this shit without it. I'm just saying like if you saw
Jesus
him.
Christ, you know,
You're
it's
like, okay.
No,
you
not like
said
right now
it.
today. I'm just saying like if you
There's
looked
a
at
room right there.
if you looked at that guy, like would you be like that's a potential obviously given the other things that are important for you, right? Because that's important. Not just
Yeah.
like fuck that guy just because he looks that way.
Right. Actually, no. I said I would fuck him. I don't even know him. I just said that because it like sounded fun. I would need to have a conversation with you, Jacob.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I decided, you know?
Exactly.
Jacob's
No,
like,
he's a
I
good
didn't
dude.
even ask
I'm
you,
just like over
bitch.
here in the fucking corner.
No, he's
like,
a good dude. He's a really good dude. Well, I'll
I know,
set you up
but
later.
I
I'm sorry. Because like I know Steiny's probably really still trying and like we could dead that with Jacob easily.
Steiny will show up here probably very upset.
Yeah, he'd probably cry.
No, we couldn't do that to Steiny, man.
He'll text me like,
kinda
"Bro,
fun.
why'd you say that? Why'd you say that?" He's gonna text me about this off camera, 100%.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, fuck it.
Body is not that important to
Okay.
me. I actually find it a very big turnoff, and you're not gonna be happy with me if a guy is a gym rat.
Shit.
So I
love
don't,
it. I don't. I mean, it's fine.
Unless
I mean, you like not a lot of people like nice things. You know? They just like you clearly, you know, you like a lot of fucked up
okay,
shit.
but in your case, you're monetizing it, so
Yeah,
that's where I could get on board. But the dudes that this is not my most recent ex, but one of my exes would spend 3 hours a day in the gym, and I would be like, get a fucking job.
Oh my god.
Get a job.
What is his job? He didn't have a job?
Sales, like some complete bullshit.
Damn.
And I'm sorry, if you have time to go to the gym for 3 hours a day, there's something wrong.
Really?
Unless you're like,
Unless that's your thing.
Yeah.
You make money. Yeah, okay. Damn,
For
yeah.
sure.
There probably is something wrong.
And also, why are you that into the way you look? You could answer that.
Well, totally. I'll answer that. It's funny you said there's something wrong because there probably is. Not that it's wrong that they're doing that as their outlet, but there's probably something in that person's life that they're trying to work through. So I spent a lot of time in the gym because, like I told you earlier, I lost my father when I was young. And the gym was a place for me that I had this camaraderie and a lot of like male role models and male figures that for me, I was like, I want to be here because I'm getting something that I'm lacking in the rest of my life.
Okay, well, now I feel like a fucking asshole.
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel like an asshole. I'm just saying like, that's
that
why.
makes sense.
So some people spend more time because not just the physicality of it, but there
Right.
might be other things that they're receiving from that experience that is like they need, that makes them feel good about themselves or about what they're doing. So there's more than just like, I'm a gym bro and I just need to look good. So I'm spending 3 hours in the gym because I want abs or some shit.
I never, ever, 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 ever have thought about it that way.
Yeah. It really depends. It's just through conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe he was dealing with some shit. So, but it is funny. You say he was probably, something's wrong. And that is true. Like I would for sure say there was shit wrong in my life. And that's how I ended up here.
Yeah.
And then it just became this thing that for me on the internet was like, everyone's like, oh, this shit's cool. And social media was like, oh, you got abs and you do this cool shit. Fun.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turned into this shit that I have now. Like I did this before the internet I wasn't like, I'm going to be a social media influencer. I'm 33. So I did it before it was a thing.
Wait, so you thought that? You wanted that?
What?
You were like, I want to be a social media influencer.
No. What I'm saying is that didn't exist. Like YouTube existed, but Instagram wasn't a thing. Like I was already in the gym being like, I have terrible relationship issues and like trust issues and father issues. And I was in the gym being like, wow, these training partners that I have that were older in their 30s, I was 17. They were giving me these life advice, all the stuff that I didn't have.
Yeah.
And I evolved through the gym and I just kept doing it. And then I became a trainer. And then the internet came along and I was just like posting my progress and my clients' progress. And then it took off. Like I was on Instagram, like beginning, day one shit.
Wow.
So it was like, I wasn't like, I'm going to be a social media influencer.
It was genuine. It was from the heart.
Exactly.
And
it was
that's why you are where you are.
I believe so. Yeah.
For sure.
And I believe a lot of people do it now because they're like, I can get a bag. I can get money. This is going to make me money.
For sure.
So for me, it was just from that place. That's why I could say to that point of like something being wrong with that guy, probably. Not that it's like a terrible wrong. It's just like something he's probably trying to figure out. Most people that spend time like that, just like people who take drugs, it's an escape from something, right?
Right. And I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But he had some serious demons, like big time.
Yeah.
And
it's just
here I am fucking shitting on him for
you're like,
trying
get a
to
job,
work
you
it out in
fucking
the
meathead.
gym. And I'm out here smoking crack to deal with
look at you.
mine. I'm
Yep.
like, how dare you use
contemplating
the gym?
getting shitted on and God.
How dare you use the gym as an outlet like as therapy? But no, that's a really good point. And my personal trainer, he kind of it's like kind of a form of therapy, really.
Yeah.
Every time I have a session.
Yeah. Yeah. Even that. I mean, that's how I felt as a trainer. I felt like as I was training, I also like not only was creating that environment for my client, but also for myself. Because, in a lot of things that we do as just humans, as we teach or as we give, we also teach ourselves and we learn more about ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think very early on, that's why this content feels so good to me, because a lot of my relationship to clients when I was younger and all the people that I worked with, it was all just conversation, learning and asking people questions and trying to like check in where are they at. Because the whole goal as a trainer at that time for me was to create accountability with that person. So to create accountability, you have to create relationship. You have to create like checkpoints. So you're like, constantly checking in. How do you feel besides the workout? Like as a person, are you good? Are you getting sleep? And you create all this conversation. And it's like every time you have a conversation, like again, you're back with yourself.
Yeah.
You know? So,
you know what? You put me in my place.
No,
In a really good way. Because I'm like reflecting right now and I'm thinking, honestly, the relationship like I have with my trainer it's so therapeutic. And I think I'm like going into it like get the bigger ass, right?
Yeah.
Like every session. That's literally like what like that's what I'm thinking in my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm dreading it. And then after it's a form of therapy and I learn so fucking much, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, personal trainers are therapists, doctors.
It's like active. It's active therapy. It's like a form of meditation for sure.
Right. Like motivational, you know, like they're a lot.
Yeah.
And they don't get the credit they deserve.
Damn, it's tough.
They
They're
really
just
don't.
fucking dumb meatheads in the gym for 3 hours.
I know.
Fuck that guy, man.
Why do they have such a bad rap?
I don't know.
Because of people like me. Because of the shit I just said.
Fuck.
Well, I'm not.
She's
doing
changing
that
her
anymore.
ways. She's changing her ways. That's funny. So you dated a meathead guy.
Yeah.
That's lit.
I mean, I wouldn't say he was a meathead guy.
3 hours in the gym.
He was a disturbed. He was a poop hole loophole guy.
Poop hole loophole. Mm-hmm. So he's like a shit. What?
He grew up super Mormon.
Oh.
We just talked about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he okay.
Like
so he was fucking girls in the butt, being like, we're not against.
He was soaking.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Soaking.
And I think it fucked with his mental badly.
Soaking. Just for reference, soaking is when you put it in but you don't move it, right?
You park it.
Yeah.
You marinate.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, Mormons are lit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, this doesn't count. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
But
that's so funny.
No, but there's this thing now where you can have your friend go under the bed and put their feet up on the mattress, right? On the mattress springs and like move it up and down. So that then you have friction.
And it's them doing it, not you, so it doesn't count.
Yes.
Holy fuck. You know what's crazy?
At that point, just fucking do
Yeah,
it.
at that point, just have sex, man.
No, the mental gymnastics that like they do. I mean, my ex was fucked up bad.
Damn.
I mean, he
Wow.
went on a mission, right? He had a wet dream and was so embarrassed and felt so guilty and like disgusted with himself. He like had to hurry and clean it and had to like confess in church. And they were like, just, you know, be more careful next time or some shit.
Wow, dude.
I mean, imagine how that fucks with your psyche.
This is when you were young. Or this was that guy, your ex.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was him. That was his experience.
Oh, shit.
No, that wasn't me having a wet dream.
Okay.
No.
Holy fuck. Mm-hmm. That's a funny loophole.
The soaking?
Yeah.
Or the going underneath
soaking
the
and
bed.
like someone else is doing it. Couldn't you just have someone else just grab you and go like this then? It's the same shit. Why under the bed?
Maybe that's too intimate, right? It's like
it's touching.
Someone's just under the bed.
The bed's just moving.
Yeah. I mean, I would do it for my friend.
Dude,
You
that
wouldn't?
is so funny. This is just reminding me of like, God, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd want to be involved in that. California's fucking crazy, man.
I don't like it here, by the way.
Why not?
I like it here. I'm having the best time here at your house.
But
at your studio.
But LA is kind of.
Mm-hmm.
What about it? Do you not like?
I was just talking about this last night. I think, you know what? I haven't lived here and like really immersed myself in the culture, but from the time I've spent here, a lot of people seem to be very superficial, fake, social climbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Heavily.
Not a lot of substance.
You don't think it's the same way in the East Coast? People doing the same kind of shit?
New York, like there's substance and culture there.
I see. I think, how long are you living here now?
No.
No, you're not. You would never live here?
No.
I think it's because the climate of everyone is like, they're all kind of doing the same industry type shit. And they're all, because maybe it feels like there's so much competition, everyone just kind of shits or tries to step on each other to like one up or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is why in the beginning of the podcast, I addressed the whole pussy Steiny thing. I was like, yo, if it was for a bit, it's fine. But if he just did that on his own, it's like, yo, you're a fucking turd for that.
Well,
So I got to know if that's on camera, I'm coming for your bitch ass. But but
Well-
anyways, yes, I think this place is full of people who are like trying to make it.
yeah. Which sometimes, a lot of times, that's like a certain type of person.
Yeah, it seems like sometimes more of a desperate person. Not that they're just completely desperate, but I think their need for whatever they're trying to get is just greater than their care of the people around them.
Narcissism.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I've experienced that to like crazy degrees.
Yeah.
Like personally, crazy fucking degrees. Like helping people out to the craziest extent, and them just being like, it wasn't enough, but thanks for all this money and all this help and all this clout.
But I'm sure there's amazing people here, you know, if you find your right friend group.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's definitely good people.
Yeah,
definitely good people, and it's become this like trendy thing to be like LA sucks because of this shit. But
is it a trendy thing?
A lot of people, yeah.
I'm not trying to be trendy though.
No,
I
it's
swear
fine.
to God.
No, but it's a thing that people like all love to hate on it for what it is.
They
but
do.
Yeah, it's just I would say it's 10 times harder to find good here than like someone trying to fucking take advantage of you. But it's also because there's so many more people here all trying to do like the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, but there are good people for sure out there.
But
Definitely.
I think like if you grew up and you decided I'm going to go to Los Angeles and become an actor and I'm going to make it, I think you are a certain type of person.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. I came to LA because I was like, I didn't want to be in my hometown still because it was like a town that people just kind of grew up and like just almost just stayed in. Utah. And then they were just like, I was like, oh, I see this growing up and I don't want this.
Yep.
So I'm going to go somewhere else. And I didn't, because social media, this wasn't a thing. I was like, oh, I'll just go to LA and I'll become like a trainer. I'll be a trainer there and maybe I'll train celebrities. That was my goal. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely a place where everyone's like, I'm going to go make it.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's shift a little bit. Let's talk about your podcast. So you started this new podcast, Sophia with an F. How long ago?
Ooh, close to 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I would say for the first year and a half, maybe more, it was very experiential. It was not me really being me and me at my best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think also I'm very hard on myself, but for the first year, I was just trying to figure out I was dealing with trauma, right?
Yeah, and probably some drama.
And drama.
Yeah.
And living in my mom's basement in Utah and recording from a fucking room that had no windows, you know?
Yeah.
And it was really difficult. And I didn't really give myself time to heal. I love this. This is me promoting my podcast. It's a great podcast, everybody.
No, it's just real.
No, this is real. But
it's good.
Yeah, for the first little while there, it was just, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was also like starting a business from scratch, you know?
Yeah.
Like I had never done that before. I'd always worked for a company. And now
even with the Call Her Daddy thing?
Yeah, we worked for Barstool.
But it was just like like you never had any sort of like structure about how you were gonna do it. Or...
I mean, we wrote and edited the podcast ourselves, but our structure was, hey, let's write it, next day go record it and spend.
So you guys, you actually wrote.
Yeah.
What? So I never
wrote out. Wrote out. Sometimes we would, like there was some things that were scripted. I would say like half and half.
Interesting. I just swing this shit. Like I really am.
Yeah. Now I do.
Okay.
And mostly I would wing it. She would have more of a script.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah. I'm much better just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Not even trying to like sound cool, but hosting is hard, right?
You really think so?
I think so. Like having to host and also be like the, sports. You have the color commentator.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one?
So fuck it. I don't know sports like
you
that.
You don't know?
No, I'm not a big sports guy.
Play-by-play. Play-by-play and the color commentator.
Okay.
But the whole fucking point is my podcast would be enough. The first little while, I don't even recognize the girl in those first few episodes. In the past, I don't know. I think it was when I moved back to New York and got out of my mom's basement. The past 6 months, I've just really come into my own, and you can hear it, and just confident.
What did you learn during all that like downtime that you were like, okay, now I know that I can be more what I want to be in this space? Like, what did you learn? Like,
I didn't have downtime.
okay.
So that's the thing, is I did not have a period of time where I just let myself go through the emotions and heal.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I mean, after all that shit happened, I'm pretty sure my first episode came out like 2 months after, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of fucking crazy. I mean, I remember I went to a wedding in Switzerland, and they had me sit next to this guy who had just been in a similar situation, very successful podcast. And he went through half the amount of like bullying and shit that I went through. And he tried to commit suicide, right? And he asked me, he was like, how the fuck are you even in front of a microphone right now? Because I can't even think about like writing an episode. And that was like 6 months after. So and I'm not recommending this, I just numbed myself and just jumped into work. But when did I heal? Because like I do feel like I've healed a lot. I think it's just in, just time.
But in relationship to the healing, what did you learn? Because in healing, you normally get some sort of like lessons. Like, so what did you learn about yourself that has helped you now moving forward? Because in allowing you to be more of your true self, right? Mm-hmm. So there's something there that you learned. Was it just like let go, or what was the...
I learned how fucking resilient I am. How any situation, you can overcome it, Yeah. Anything. And in a very weird way, it gave me this new kind of confidence, like a real confidence. Because leading up to it, I think it was fake,
Leading up to?
The whole drama. It was like this fake, like, oh, I have clout and likes and whatever. And then when you're fucking brought to the ground, and the whole world is shitting on you, then your confidence has to come from something real.
Yeah. Absolutely. It has to be substantial enough. What do you hate this Alex Cooper girl?
No.
Do you have a relationship at all with her now?
No.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Is there ever any chance of that?
I don't think so. I don't see a need.
Just too deep, huh?
I mean, I think there's just certain people that I'm very picky about the people I want in my life, Yeah. Now that I'm older.
For sure. That makes sense. That's fair. So dating wise, you're not dating anyone specifically right now? Does Steiny have a chance?
If he is nice, maybe.
Really? Let's go.
But he's not nice, so no.
Why is he not nice?
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, why is he not nice?
You're really asking me why Steiny is not nice.
No, I mean, I know. Why do you think he's not nice?
Just watch any footage of him that's ever been put out, and you'll know. You'll get an idea. Like, are you joking?
Yeah.
He's so rude.
Dog, that's hilarious.
He's a little bit confusing though, because like he can be really nice, and then I'm like, okay, like this is who Steiny is, and then he'll just fucking 180 hit you with something.
That's funny. Do you think I'm nice or mean?
Very nice.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
That's
this is so refreshing after recording with Steiny last night.
Yeah.
I'm like, there are good men in the world.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was he hit you with? Like fucked up shit? Like what?
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many things. I'm trying to think of like one that...
It's something that stuck out.
Yeah. I think, well, he started the show by saying, I could have introduced you as my side bitch, but I'm not. And I mean it when I say you're my main bitch. I mean, just that right there. But gives you a little insight. Should I be flattered? Were you about to say I should be flattered by that?
No. I feel like he just says shit though.
You're like what's wrong with that?
No, what's wrong with? I mean, what's wrong with him? Like, what the fuck? It's just a weird.
And I can't tell if it's for the cameras
It's for the
or
camera.
if it's real.
100% for the camera.
I
There's
don't know because I've spoken to him off camera and there's been some questionable shit. So
I just don't. I think that's for the comedy. There's no way. Have you ever hooked up with him? Like, what does he say? Any of that?
no.
Okay. All right.
Smoke cat.
You say cat?
I cannot believe you just asked me that.
Oh no, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Then it's cap. Then it's for the camera. All that shit, right?
Yes, it's for the camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So then he's not. Then is he really mean?
Huh?
So then is he really mean then? Because he's just doing it for the camera.
No, but off camera he's mean.
He's like, you want to be my main bitch or my side bitch off camera?
No, off camera he says things like, oh, my flight. I have to come back here in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I told him I'll be there in 2 weeks. I'm not flying in. And I have to record in New York tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I will pay for your flight. And he paid for the flight. And I asked for a return. Oh no, I asked for a hotel for one night. Mm-hmm. 1 night stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
And he texts me and he's like, holy fucking shit, Princess Diane. Like, I feel like I'm fucking flying in Ariana Grande. Like, what is this shit?
Yo, this is fucking hilarious.
I'm like, I'm sorry, what the fuck world are we living in? Oh yeah, Steiny, you're just gonna give me a one-way ticket and like I just have to figure it out.
Pay for the rest.
I mean, I could.
That was
figure
very
it out,
Steiny. Of course you could, but that was
principle, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
what
very.
the fuck?
That's very Steiny. Damn, dude.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he was not on the camera.
Yeah, he was just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Pay for your own shit.
So he probably was shit talking you and he wasn't on camera.
Damn. I'm gonna find, motherfucker. I'm gonna find out.
Steiny, I love you. I'm just kidding.
I tell she's really not though. That was like a little. We'll make it nice. That was sweet of you.
Okay, well, you are gonna come on my podcast.
100%. Yeah.
Sophia the Neff.
Yes.
And I talk about sex. So if you're a dude listening, you'll get very aroused and it'll be great.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's a great time.
Yep.
And check out my YouTube.
YouTube.
So you can see my ass and my tits.
Amazing. You got.
I love how I'm
Oh
just
my
like
God.
that's my self-worth. I'm like, if you want to hear me talk about sex and see my body, then this is what you do. But it's Sofia the Neff Franklyn with a Y.
Yeah, and you got Instagram, all that stuff.
Yep.
Twitter as well.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming.
Thank you so
and
much.
Being so candid and honest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This was, yeah.
And I look forward to doing your show.
Yeah.
If you guys want to subscribe, YouTube, do it. Give it a like if you like the video. If you want more guests like Sophia, obviously there's only one of her, but I tend to have a lot more men on this show, and I want to have more women on it.
Yeah.
Because obviously sometimes it just becomes like a fucking echo chamber of like, yeah, bro.
Right.
And that's
Man cave.
Yeah. I want to change it up a little bit. So subscribe to the channel. We're on Spotify. I think we're on iTunes. All that good shit. Show some love. I'm out of here. Thank you again for real.
Thank you.
You crushed that.
Had so much fun.
Yeah.